Hello everyone, welcome to the Law of Tavern. I am your host and your DM Nitsify. Welcome one, welcome all. And welcome to the Rum and Harbor campaign. We have a few players here that play a few random characters. I know, pretty exciting, huh? Maybe a little bit interesting. One of a kind. No other D&D podcast has ever done this before. First of all, we have woman, Issa. Hello, hi. What's your character?
Oh man! Hi, what's up guys? I'm Ublex.
Hell yeah. What's Ublex by chance? There's like a random fun fact about Ublex.
Ublex, they're scared of... Ublex is really scared of bunnies. He's scared of Usagi, but nobody knows.
Okay, I'm gonna keep that in
Oh,
mind.
boy.
Thank you for that information. This is now canon.
No,
Alright. Alright.
Doesn't know what their big problem is. Yeah.
We also have Acrid, who plays Mollis. Give us a random fun fact right now, right here. You got this, man.
I see dead people.
Okay, cool. So you have a true sight of 10 feet. Go and add that to your character sheet.
Hell yeah.
Dylan.
Hi!
Alright, for those who don't know, this is Tic Tac Dylan. You can find him on he plays Pronow. Give me a random fun fact.
He can fit 35 marshmallows in his mouth.
Alright. You have a really long mouth. I really, yeah.
Man has no jaw hinge.
Dude, man's a fucking
So he's
snake.
a snake?
Yeah. Alright, so go ahead and change your sheet to Yanti from human.
Alright, give me a sec. I'll be right back.
Don't actually. However, that true sight's definitely staying.
Oh, wait, what? Okay.
Yeah, no, you now see dead people. Congrats.
Yay!
This is canon shit. Yeah, I said these are canon.
Guys, I'm starting to think Acrid is Nitsify's favorite player.
No.
After last session, Acrid is not allowed to complain when I start trying to steal random things.
That is
I don't
true.
care if you steal. I never have. I
Yeah,
just care when it negatively affects me.
I care when it negatively affects me.
Yeah,
Well,
so we're even.
No, I mean I can't.
Yeah, we're even. There you go.
Alright, by the way, we also have Reed, who plays Usagi. Give me a fun fact about Usagi. It's becoming canon. Just
finally
remember
have-
that.
I finally have my balls back.
Oh, okay, well, no, I wasn't gonna do that to you. Never mind.
Hooray!
Hell yeah.
Fun fact, anyways,
I want to mention all I heard from his wall was,
you don't need to know that. The viewers don't need to know that.
I
They're
just find it
breaking the
funny.
illusion of the soundboard, brother. It's holy.
All right. Either way, I'm sorry. I just find it funny. Thank you very much. All right. For those who don't know, in the last episode, we did a thing. For those who don't know, well, I know, pretty crazy, right? We came back from the dead after a week of moving, and we played some D&D where we moved around Gao. Did a little bit more traveling. They ran through Scorchhorn and found out that it is a wasteland of an area. Completely just desert and missing. Maybe even poverty-stricken, specifically when it comes to the water resource. Something that's just a little required in the desert, just a little. But you ran into an old friend and a person that you saved way back on Solus Island, which was Casvir. And he's going to be taking you guys to Mage Shade so you guys can actually go meet with the commander. Who's going to be apparently, from what you understand, raiding the capital. So, on the day of the party. That being said, there's one other thing that did happen where you guys, within, I think it was like the second day of travel over to Mage Shade, literally crashed through the floor and found a buried town underneath the dunes. And, there was a little flaming scimitar in the ground. And some fish's little eye caught the attention of it. And may have walked over there, taken it out, and all the little flame spirits started chanting as a fucking teddy bear came to life. And they fought a teddy bear in the desert. Let that sink in.
Or
I'm pretty
it's an
sure we
upgrade for
legit...
somebody.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure we legit ended off there if I remember right. Like, we wrapped that stuff up. Usagi found you guys a way out, luckily, because he was looting. He just so happened to find, you know, the building that kind of led a way out. Luckily for you guys. So,
we met the fraud.
oh yes, right as you guys were on the very edge of town, you guys got to meet the fraud. The only malls could see him, and there's a reason why, because the fraud likes to go for people who collect things. And there just so happened to be a player that was collecting things. I want to mention, I've had this character, this god, for maybe 2 worlds now. This is not the first world that I've put him in, so this is definitely not the first campaign he's been around. It's just until now they finally gotten used. But yeah, because I never had players collect things. He was just a really niche god, or
That's
entity.
fair.
Y'all really don't know. He kind of just comes off like a god. So for now, I'm just calling him a god until y'all figure out whether or not he actually is a god or not. Because normally gods don't come directly onto the domain. It's a little odd, but he might just be saying "fuck you" anyways and just doing it because he can.
He seems very niche like that.
Hi, really, slight thing. My whole Discord just started freezing up again, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna listen really hard to Nitsify's muffled talking in the wall, and if I hear a Dylan, then I'll let him know.
Lovely.
Dylan.
I came to realize something that I hope I can contact the fraud. I have a question.
I think he said that he'd come to you.
Oh no, it's more of I don't know something and I need to know it.
Do you as a DM want to, or not as a DM, do you as a player want to DM me, or do you just want to say it out loud? Is it something secretive?
Not really. I just need to know whether or not their ship is there. Because I don't know. Because he wants their Jolly Roger. I don't know where their ship is at.
Gotcha. Most likely, it'll probably be somewhere near the capital. That's probably just a damn good guess, if I'm being completely honest with that.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah, so you should be fine.
Hopefully.
I mean, let's, like, if you think about it, it is a warlord. They don't have to park at the harbor. There's a good shot. He just says, I don't feel like it today. Just parks it at the fucking capital because he's near there.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure warlords in this world get permission to park at the handicapped spots.
Yeah, even though they're not handicapped.
Exactly.
Yes, the teleporting
They about to get
man.
handy-clapped.
Definite.
Hey.
No, that's a good one. But, oh my god, my cat wants out. Dude, you suck. You know that? You suck. We just started. Go back to bed. Alright, cat. Hold on. Issa, entertain them while I get this door real quick. You got this, man.
Go on, Issa. You're in the
So the
comedy
other
zone
game-
now.
What?
You're in the comedy zone now.
Good. This isn't comedy, more like something that happened to me recently.
Ah.
So the other day, there was this like little girl, 13 years old. I later found her out her age. She was like, "Hey, do you want to be my friend?" I was like, "Yeah, sure, I want to be your friend." Sure, so whatever, not thinking any of it, right? And then she was like, "How old are you?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm 19." And then I was like, "Wait," and she was like, "Oh, I thought you were." I was like, "No, wait, how old are you?" And then she was like, "Oh, I'm 15." I'm like, "Oh my god!" It was just like, she just gave me her number. I was like, "I'm not calling your number."
Oh my.
I'm gonna be honest, it's kind of
I
funny.
threw away
too.
the number.
I want to mention it's kind of funny because for me specifically, for some reason, you only cut out when you said ages. So it's the most like, yeah, and see, the thing is that I'm, and then she's,
Distracted.
yeah. And the
I got-
Discord literally went out of its
Never
way to
felt
redact
more
you.
uncomfortable, if I'm being so honest with you.
You know,
Oh,
that's
so,
fair.
Yeah, I know, Issa, I'm not gonna lie, you probably chose like the most out of context story for Nitz to put his headphones back on too. But that's valid about being uncomfortable though.
yeah, that is pretty valid. Whatever it was about, for sure.
I don't like little girls.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna get that straight.
Yeah. Let's keep that out of here. We ain't having that, chief.
Uh,
hate children.
All right, so let's get back into this, shall we? So, we're kicking it straight back off. You guys are finally gonna get into Mage Shade. Isn't that awesome after getting stopped by multiple Kika's followers? Isn't that just
Poggers?
awesome, guys? No, it's just poggers. Yeah, it's just grand. Right. So as you guys start making your way into Mage Shade, I'm gonna pull some little stuff up here for you little guys. How about that? Would you be happy if I pulled stuff up for you guys? Would you guys like to know things? Or would you rather just not know anything about this world, like, at all?
Actually,
please,
nah.
yes,
I'll
please.
see you next week.
My bad, man. Yeah, sorry, my bad.
Alright, so
I
go get a
should've-
bucket before he can hear us. Go get a bucket and dump water on him.
Yeah. Okay,
I heard
gotcha. I'm on my way. Oh, man. So,
You ain't slick.
So here's the difference between Mage Shade and Scorchhorn. They have pretty similar building types, the structures are pretty similar, and hell, even the layout is kind of similar. Mage Shade's just slightly bigger than Scorchhorn. So the layouts and stuff, it's almost like they didn't really try to get too creative with the town, if I'm going to be honest. They didn't really go out of their way to really make it any different from the other town, but the one thing that does stand out is that they actually have water here. Like, their town, like, the vegetation's actually still growing. You still have, like, water mages actually getting to do their job. So people aren't, like, dehydrated or, you know, dying of dehydration. You don't see people passing out, like, in the middle of the road. So, that's the good thing. You also see that there are still travelers that are passing, to and from this town. But you can also see the one difference here, because it is run by revolutionists, there is no navy at all.
Huh.
I like
Because if the navy walked in, they would be brutally murdered in this town. They wouldn't come out alive. Yeah.
Dad.
You say
That is what happens when a town gets covered by revolutionists. When they take over and a navy person steps in by themselves, trust me, they aren't coming back. They are going missing. Let's make that very clear. But that being said, you would see that Casphere, because he said that he was going to be willing to lead you guys to the commander so you guys can get filled in on some stuff. So that way, you know, you guys can go find Halamar. The commander might have some information for you guys. And on the sideline, you guys can keep from accidentally clashing into, you know, the whole raid that's going on. So you don't die. Yeah, makes sense. I think it makes a lot of sense. So yeah, Casphere will kind of like, he'll kind of like lead you through like these winding alleys. It's like 5 minutes down the main street first, right? And then he starts taking you to like a alley to the right side. And you can see that even though the town's still being run by the revolutionists, they've still gone out of their way to hide like the main like areas where the revolutionists are staying, and more like hidden areas of the town. Just so if the Navy tried to do a full-blown attack, they wouldn't be able to find the headquarters easily. That's mainly just so nothing gets leaked. Which is pretty smart, if I'm being honest. So luckily you can at least tell if they thought things through. They didn't just clump things together, go to the main street area, put down a tent, and go, alright, let's start things up! So, it's a little comforting, at least knowing that they know how to do something right. Considering you guys want to try and ally with them at some point, from my understanding. He would eventually start leading you, like, as you guys kind of, like, wind through this, like, back alley area. One thing that I'll mention that's really nice to basically everyone here, doesn't matter how cold-tempered or hot-tempered you are, the desert's still the desert. Like, yeah, Moss might have a better handling of heat, but even for him, like, the constant desert heat beaming down on you at least feels like, ugh, okay, this is a bit much. Oh boy, for Usagi, because you now have your fur back.
Yep.
You feel like you are dying in this heat.
Oh god. Oh god.
You are like panting when you're going through here with like luckily you have that shade from your hat. But when you get into this back alley, it feels a little bit cooler, which is a little nice. It's still hot, but it feels a bit cooler because of all that shade coming from the two walls, these like thin, like, you know, corridor alleyways where, like, you know, there's not a lot of area for the sunlight to beam down. So, because all that shade's just cooled down quite a bit.
I am caked in sweat. This is... Ugh.
Shen would just kind of, like, look to you and just go, you might want to take a bath when we get to the capital, because that's going to stick in your fur.
I'm planning on it. Oh.
I'm glad. I don't want to be hearing about a crusty rabbit.
Just the fucking scream.
That's the most you soggy scream.
Listen, my room is scorching at the moment, so
You
So
feel it
this.
IRL.
Yes.
Gotta love immersive acting.
Dude, he's in
Yeah.
the 4D element right now, okay?
True.
I'm
Alright.
so sorry.
Yo, okay, I need to type to your sister Z to go to Walmart and buy some sand for you so she can just kind of like put it, like the bag of sand like at a fan for you and have it blow in your face every now and then. Like set a timer
Oh
on
God.
it. So every 5 minutes you have sand blowing in your face.
That sounds like a layer of hell. Like, that's
Yes.
That is torture you just described.
Yep.
like, man, people thought like a single drop of water dripping was bad. Man, try every 5 minutes you get sand, specifically in the eyes.
Dude, that's like
That
a
is
weird...
a layer of hell.
That's like a weird would you rather thing. It feels like, you know, like those, like, back in like 2014, you'd hear that shit all the time. Like, would you rather swim in a pool of spaghetti or have sand in your eyes every 5 minutes?
Fucking, I'd rather die. Like, I'm
Anyways,
Okay.
Frodo would probably speak up around this point and he'll just say, "So, what's this commander supposed to be like? I'm actually kind of excited to meet them."
Oh yeah, the commander, right? You haven't, well, of course you haven't met them. I'm taking you here to meet him. Just a word of advice. He's a weird mix. The best way I can put it is that when I first met him, he came off quite serious, and then I realized he's honestly the biggest goofball I've met.
Is he one of those types of people where it's like, what's that saying goes? There's a fine line between genius and insanity?
He is, if you looked up on the dictionary insane, he might be on there.
Understood.
Fun.
Yeah.
Our goals are aligned, so this shouldn't be too much, hopefully.
I mean, if anything, you did help, you know, rescue a person from being executed from the Revolutionary Army, so that'll definitely, probably help out with his reputation or consideration of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hopefully.
Also, don't mind his clothing. It's a little unique.
As long as he isn't naked.
He's not.
From my-
He's not. I'm
From my
pretty sure.
personal
Yes.
Isn't there a...
From my personal experience, whenever someone says a little in a term like unique after, they're underselling it.
Oh boy.
You are correct. But also, at least he wears pants, so that's gotta be something, right?
Oh, God.
Yay?
Yay. He does take his job seriously, though, so, you know. I can at least give him this. He's been a good commander. He's just an oddball to work with.
I was goofy once.
Once.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Say once, huh?
Yeah.
I missed the word Discord. What did you say?
ONCE.
Not the word once, just before that. Do not say anything before that. Okay, never mind.
Alright. Moving on, though. Yeah, you guys would basically just kind of wipe through this little bit of an alleyway. And you would eventually reach this, like, back alley-ass, like, building area. When I say this, I mean literally, the people who built this building did not take into consideration where they were putting this. Or, more likely, people probably didn't take into consideration this building, because it was probably here before the other buildings around it. Because someone decided to build a building, and then they put a bunch of buildings around that building. So there's just a building built within the alleyways. So it's surrounded from all fucking sides. It just doesn't have access to a main road. Yeah. You gotta love the construction workers, right, man?
Oh, I see.
Oh boy.
Granted, it's not their fault. They're just the ones building it.
It took me a minute to visualize that.
I've just got like a building with like a tiny little alleyway that only reaches the door. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, it's literally one of those things where it's like you have these other buildings that are on like different main road areas, right? And then like you're winding your way through these alleyways to kind of connect these spots together. And just somewhere smack dab in the middle of 2 alleyways in between 2 different buildings is a different building. Like that is the best way to put that. Like it shouldn't be there.
Fucking lovely.
The other funny thing about this is that a lot of these other buildings that are near it are like 2 to 3 stories tall. So these are probably like apartment building complexes, things like that. This is like a 1-story tall building.
God, that's just a sad.
Yeah,
It's just a sad, depressed building.
Yeah, so it's just hidden by like everything else. Oh,
Wow.
But when you go into it, I want to mention something that is interesting about this place, which is the fact that they don't have a normal door. They don't have like a wooden door or a steel door or anything like that. They have basically like a pole on the very top of the door frame that goes like horizontally across it on the very top. And then coming from that, they basically have just like essentially a blanket, just kind of like draped over it. So essentially you just push the blanket out of the way and then drape it back.
Very inconspicuous.
Well, the reason why is because most likely that door got broken at some point. Because you can see where like there was hinges for a door, and it's just kind of shattered. Like one of the hinges are broken, the other one's missing.
Understood.
Lovely.
So there is a shot that at some point the Navy tried to take this place and failed.
Gotcha.
But that being said, when you walk into this building, for everyone, it is like a rush of cool air when you walk in. They're probably using that blanking to keep it, like, you know, cooled. To keep the hot air from coming in. Yeah.
Shut the damn door
like,
quickly.
As soon as Usagi like gets in the store, he's just gonna like fall face plant. He's just gonna face plant.
Fair. You are essentially the Chopper of the fucking arc right now when it comes to Hitman.
I won't lie.
Just give me a minute.
I just fully imagine like everyone filing in, and it's just Usagi walks in, stands there a moment, and just crumples. Like,
That's exactly what happened.
Bones gone, none are left. Fucking dead.
Can I just look at Usagi and says, you good, man?
It's very hot.
I assume he's dying of heat.
Oh god, if we're in this place too much longer, I might have to consider shaving.
You would see Shindo for once look at you horrified and just go, I'd rather not see that.
Yeah,
Pupils in Croto's eyes vanish.
Yes, that's why it's a last resort.
I
do know what hairless rabbits look like. They look horrible.
Yeah. So looking around, once you lift up your face, Usagi,
Yep.
for everyone here, you would eventually get to see, this place is not furnished like a normal place, obviously, because it is basically just being used by a bunch of revolutionaries. So you can see that they have a bunch of crates and barrels that they've been using to store weaponry and basically just any supplies they need. But you can see like some of those crates that have become emptied, they've used those and taken some random wooden planks and just made tables out of them, so they at least have a place to stay at, and they've probably just been using other empty crates to sit on, like near those like makeshift tables essentially. You can see like it's very dimly lit, and that's because they're kind of just using candles to light up small little random areas. So there's like a few portions of like the room where like it's a little bit darker than other areas just because they couldn't get proper lighting. But you can see further back there is like another door frame with yet another curtain or another like blanket kind of just draped over it. And Casphere would just kind of like give a nod to some of the other soldiers and then look over to you guys and just go, we need to head over into that room. And we'll go down there. There should be an understairs area. He will probably be downstairs.
Oh, good.
Alright then.
So, you guys wouldn't make your way to the other room unless you randomly go talk to some random ass, like, soldier.
Hey, what's your opinion on politics? No, I
Alright, so you see this human look at you.
Holy shit, it's another human.
Oh my god, that's the most rare of them all. No, you guys would like basically start making your way through this like essentially like I guess just kind of like a lounge area, but they definitely have the supplies ready to go in case they get attacked. So they've also made sure to keep that stuff ready to go, like front near the door. But you guys would get into this next room, and it is insanely small. And I mean, like, it is condensed. It was probably meant to be a storage room. But you can see that there is this, like, hatch. Like, a makeshift hatch. They obviously built themselves. And you can see, like, where there's... the best way to put this, you go down the hatch. You'll go down this, like, ladder, right? And then as soon as you get off the ladder and you look, you're on this, like, wooden platform. And there is a makeshift elevator.
Wow.
A very rickety pulley system, essentially, elevator. And you see this orc just standing there, like, waiting at the ropes. And you see him grab the metal door and just yank it open. And just, like, signals, like, after you.
Thanks, man.
What?
So, you guys can all go into the elevator if you wish.
Is Malice's spine like currently
exactly
snapped
what's
in
gonna
half
happen.
trying to fit it?
How big is this room?
Luckily for you, because they do actually work with some bigger races, because it is the Revolutionary Army, so they kind of have a mixture of races. Meaning that you probably could find some Kriegers here if you get lucky.
I'll keep my eye out.
There's like this door is like a good 9 feet.
Oh, thank God, I'm
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, it's a good 9 feet tall. You're good, man. But yeah, you guys can get on in. I want to mention when Usagi and Ublex, when you guys get in, there isn't really too much of a shift on it. The thing that's kind of holding up this thing, as mentioned before, is a mixture of like rope and chain, essentially.
Okay, the
kinda
chain makes
holding
me
this
feel
up.
a whole lot safer.
Okay.
Yeah,
now.
don't worry.
Yeah, no. I heard, it's suspended by rope. I'm like, this might snap.
No, don't worry,
I
don't
might
worry.
just wait for everyone else to go down, and then I'll go down.
Don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah, no, you're good. So you guys get on there and like nothing really happens. You Chrono, when you step on with Shindeo, you feel like it kind of like rock a bit, like back and forth. But you know, it's fine. And Mollis, you get on there and you feel like rock a bit more as you get on with Casphere.
There it is.
Yeah. It's that thing of like, it's not center mass, because if you're staying on the edge and you don't go to the center straight away, it kind of starts leaning a little bit to the left or to the right or whatever like edge you're on. So it's so Mollis, they make sure that you're in the center.
Nah, yeah, it's fair. That checks out. It
Yeah.
seems like that would be the safe option.
Yep.
Yo.
So you would
This
see.
would
Yeah.
Well, this will be enough time to get claustrophobia right about now.
You guys are pretty smushed into here, so yeah. I want to mention the only one that can really like
right.
dangle out of this is Ublex, cause like goo.
I don't want to go
fall.
out. I don't want to
Don't
fall.
fall.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, you're good. Yeah, there is definitely
don't-
like a foot spacing in between the wall and this thing.
Damn it.
So
Okay.
like,
I don't know why,
yeah.
but I just pictured Ublex just like jiggling up and down, and then just slips down the side. We just see Ublex just like this clinging goo arm, just like wait, no, and then Ublex falls, and we just hear a bounce.
You're like Kirby falling down the like shit.
Could you imagine? It is a good like this thing essentially is like a 10 by 10. So you guys have enough space. It's a little cramped, but you know, you have enough space. But like then there's like that foot gap in between the wall and this thing. So you could Ublex definitely could fall through and it just hit the floor preemptively. But they're good. They'll be fine unless they start randomly like playing with fire. You would see that as soon as you guys get in, you see the orc grab the gate and slam it closed, and then give you a nod. And you see him like tug it lightly, and you see it like it unlocks from its safety, and you see him just kind of like let go of it, but like keeping his hand like right near it so he can just grab it as soon. And you immediately feel like not a extreme descent, but a pretty fast one. And,
Lovely.
yeah, as like you can feel, it's like being on a roller coaster. You feel your heart dropping as you are descending pretty rapidly,
Lord.
and you can see where like you can see Casper kind of like watching near the edge, like waiting to a certain point. You see him like turn on a light switch that's like built onto like one of the bars essentially. You see this little light come on from the floor, and you see that was probably most likely a signal for the orc to grab the rope, as you feel a very sudden like resistance to it, as you can hear like the scraping as it begins slowing down rapidly and then barely stops before hitting the ground.
Oh man,
Okay.
lovely. I wonder how many people have died.
I like to
because of
think
them
throughout-
testing that.
Wanna know
I
from
like
that?
to think.
Yeah.
Sorry, I like to think throughout that Chrono just instinctively grabs onto one of Mollus's arms just to keep himself from flying.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
just also saying like I'm fine. I weigh enough where I won't be descending. Like I am stuck to the floor.
When
Yeah.
like it eventually stops,
Oh, God.
Chrono just kind of lets go. It just does that awkward like, oh, we're here.
I want to mention something. Casphere had to put out like both of his hands at one point to keep Usagi and Ublex from drifting off because they're a lot lighter.
Oh boy.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, Usagi would have hit his head on the top, and Ublex had a shot of falling out. So,
Oh, good lord.
don't worry, Casphere is here to check
Lovely.
on you guys. Don't worry.
I just like
Quick,
the
quick.
idea of this like bounce down, just go down, just no.
I gotta use the bathroom real fast. I'll be right back.
I got you. I got you.
No.
1 sec.
While he's grabbing that, I am like getting up real quick as you turn on my light. Very smart idea for me. I also want to mention something as I'm walking back to my little computer here. Hello, headphones are on now. Remember how you joked about like the injury thing? About like, man, I wonder if how many people have died since then.
Yeah.
To your right,
Mhm.
on a wall, is a counter.
Of
And
the number of days since an injury, or the number of days of how many deaths?
so they have a counter of deaths and a counter of days for injuries.
And since the last one,
The last time they had an injury was 94 days.
okay,
Oh,
And
lovely.
funny enough, they've had 0 deaths.
Hell yeah.
I don't believe you, but fair enough.
does that include indirect?
Oh man, what do you mean by
Dude.
indirect specifically?
Dude,
As in died as a result of injuries from.
Oh,
You know-
they would count the indirect. They would count the indirect.
you know what I just thought? I don't know why. My brain just went, man, you know what? Just, you really don't like someone. Just kick him underneath the fucking descending elevator.
That-
Almost
that
like,
would
you
kill
know
him.
what? Death by elevator. You get this type of executions. Fuck you.
That's the way to kill someone, that's for sure. We will wait real quick on describing this place because Usagi did have to go to the bathroom. Not even Reed, no, Usagi himself.
Usagi fades out of reality for a moment.
Yeah, just for a brief moment, and we're gonna pause real quick. Hello everyone. Man is back. Usagi's back. We have the man back. So we're gonna kick it right back up into pace again. So you guys finally arrived. Also, I want to mention that little counter thing. It's been 94 days since the last injured person, if I remember correctly. And they haven't had any deaths on the elevator. I just want to point that out to you, Usagi, because I already told the other
Oh, good.
that. There's a
Oh,
little
good
counter
lord.
on the right wall. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, it's a
That's,
train.
That's
Sorry.
that's reassuring.
I love my
How?
mic picking up on that.
There a
God
train?
damn, that train. Yeah, we got a train that's like near the apartment that goes off every now and then. Oh man, it's fucking loud. Okay, either way.
Kind of funny to be honest.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of funny. Like, if people are just vibing on the podcast, they randomly just start hearing the train. If anything, that's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Only on the Rum and Harbor where we're jokingly talking about ships instead of trains. Don't worry about it. So, when you guys start looking around this room finally after like landing pretty safely on this elevator, may I add, you can see that this room's fucking massive. Most likely, the basement is the biggest area of this entire place. And there might be multiple levels of this basement, aka multiple floors, so they can actually have space for their, like, army. Who would have guessed? So, yeah, so he would kind of just look to you guys and just go, so, we gotta find the commander. He should be somewhere on this level. He stands out. Just look for flaming chains. Pretty simple.
Oh boy.
I'm not gonna lie, there's a part of me that was half expecting for you to explain why we're gonna have to take a trolley car underground, but we're finally here. That's good.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. If you go down any more levels, it's just ladder. There's no elevator, thankfully.
Oh good. Oh good.
Yes. So what I'm gonna have you guys do, because I'm gonna be honest, Casier's gonna have to also figure out where this guy's at. Y'all can just roll perception checks to see if he's on this floor.
You're right.
Alright.
So you'll be
I got a dirty 23.
37.
Alright.
Perception.
Black.
23.
Alright.
Wait, that's a nat 20. Oh my god, that's a nat
Nice.
20.
Beautiful.
Nat 20. What did Issa get? Damn. Damn. Listen, if you need to roll physically, you can, buddy. I'm just gonna put it out there. I want to fix your
D&D
rolls.
Beyond is doing. D&D Beyond
Okay.
is serving me well today.
Okay. Well, I'm glad.
Maybe
glad,
I'll
man.
use D&D Beyond.
Maybe you should
Yeah,
try
let's
that. Go
use
for it,
D&D
dude.
Beyond.
Okay. I can also verify on that as well because you're in the campaign called fucking podcast. So yeah, I'll be able to see your rolls anyways. That's fine. So yeah. So with your nat 20, I'm gonna be honest. For everyone else, you're kind of looking around and you're not seeing anything quite yet. Acrid, or specifically Mollis.
Yeah.
When you're looking around, you start seeing, like, you're kind of like looking around this area, and again, it's a more dimly lit area. There's no windows, obviously, because you're underground. There's a lot more candles. There's an obscene amount of people talking in different areas. So it's that weird thing of, like, you kind of have a crowd up in this area because of all of the like the different people doing a mixture of like training, and like the left side there's like people doing training. You can see that like on the right side there's like again more supplies that has just been left down here. Probably the more like delicate supplies that aren't really like battle ready type of like supplies that you would use. So probably more like food, rations, things like that.
Okay.
So they've got a lot of that stuff over here. You can see where, again, they've made more makeshift tables, things like that. You can see where some people are kind of like discussing plans. You can see where like some people are like have like papers of like just papers just strewn up on walls with like yarns connecting in between the pins, kind of like a fucking conspiracy theorist board, essentially. But you can see like it's kind of hard to like really look for flaming chains in an area like this when there's candles like dimly lighting this area, and because of how inconsistent the lighting is, it's kind of hard to pick out specifically some bright ass chain, essentially. And as for Usagi, as I begin to walk away once again, because this damn cat won't stop asking in and out, I'm just gonna leave this door cracked because screw you, cat. So
I know you're irritated. I know you must be irritated.
I can't hear you. Hold up. Shut up. All right. What did you say?
I know you're irritated because I heard a loud, heavy footstep from you coming from the other room.
This is like the third time she's made me get up. Within like 30 minutes. Yeah, it's a little annoying sometimes with her.
Valid.
I love you, buddy, but you gotta stop. So, buddy, hey, bud, you've thrown me off my groove now. You like that? You like what you've done, cat?
Yes. Yes, she does.
Now, Usagi,
Yep.
you would notice the guy, barely.
Oh.
It's that thing of like you would notice him, and then maybe a little bit after Moss would start to notice him, but you would just be the first to notice him.
Okay.
Ublex, people are too tall right now. You couldn't see them. Usagi was able to see him because he's jumping up and down. That's my reasoning for this. Yeah. Chrono takes you a bit of time, but you'll eventually notice a little bit after Mollis. So here's the thing. You would see this guy. I'm going to go and send a picture of him. I'm going to start to describe him. But you see this guy with these, like, flaming chains that kind of go around his body. And remember how he said he's a little bit more flashy. He's a little bit more eccentric. A little unique. There's a reason for that. He has a coat made of literal fire.
Oh my.
But, like, the fire isn't a normal color. It is just, like, almost pink. It's like a velvet pink. That's the best way I can really describe that color.
He certainly has good taste.
Yeah. He has these chains that float around him, and once again, made of fire. He also wears these, like, red visors over his, like, eyes, so you don't actually see his actual eye color. You see he has a little bit of stubble near his chin. Most likely he's probably a human by the looks of it. He has these golden, he has like these 3 golden chain necklaces that he drew down at different levels, the last one going like right past his chest essentially. You see he has golden hooped earrings, one on each ear. And you see that his hair, he has it completely shaved on the sides and the back, but he has a bunch of it that's just been growing on the top of his head. Kind of like bushy hair almost, but it kind of almost rises up like the fire that he seems to be wielding. And then these like black scorched pants that he seems to wear. The one other fun thing about this guy is he is insanely tanned. He like there's no like because there's no like races or countries of humans in this world like we have IRL to a degree. You don't really call a human in my world like, oh, they're white, or oh, they're black, or oh, you know, etc., etc., or oh, they're Hispanic. But like they have a very tanned like skin of color essentially. That's really the best way I can describe that. But yeah, you can see this guy basically like talking with a bunch of other soldiers. Essentially what looks to be just debriefing them on something probably.
Me.
Yeah.
Mollis, how do you approach someone in this kind of scenario?
If I was dealing with it like I would with my chieftains, I'll wait for him to finish his conversation, then approach.
Oh, I just thought throw something at him, but that made way more sense.
Yes, please don't do that.
Don't get yourself killed.
I'm not. I mean, look, I just wasn't sure what the social etiquette was. Okay.
I'm giving you the greeter etiquette. It's almost like
Casper would just kind of look at you guys and just go, I mean, with him it's not too far off. With either of you, honestly.
Colonel will look at Mollis though and say, "Don't get me started on human etiquette. It's stupid."
He would Casper will lead you guys over to the commander. And you would see that he would just start finishing up on this debriefing as you guys are approaching, luckily enough. Let me roll something real quick. Oh my god, okay, cool. And alright, to whom? Understood. That's for you. That's for you. That's for you. And that's for you. Alright. Interesting choice, buddy. Alright, cool. So, Ublex, roll me a dex save.
Wait, what?
What?
Don't worry about it. Just roll me a dex save. You got this, buddy.
Hey.
I got a 13. 15.
Okay, cool. You narrowly dodged this. So, you see, as like he takes a look, sees Catsveer, like you see like he very quickly assesses the group, grabs this like piece of food that is like on a crate near him, it is specifically a pie, and chucks it at you.
What did I do?
And you barely move
I
out of
like
the way.
this guy. I like this guy. I like him a lot. Folks to give is run up dry.
You just chuck it at you. You barely move out of the way, and you would hear him just say, "Food fight time," and you would just see you would see half of the fucking cafeteria area underneath here start getting up, and you would just see Casper just go, "No, not now. For the
Do not
love
like
of
food.
God.
I'm going to.
Okay. All right.
Oh, sweet lord. Oh, sweet lord. No.
We're gonna have him, if you may, roll a persuasion check. Casper, I'm sorry, buddy. You see him. You see the smile kind of just rise from his face, and
Oh,
just
no.
go. Remember who's your commander, and you see him chuck one at Casper.
Can I go hide under a fucking table?
Please don't waste
what is
delicious
the
food.
nearest-
This food looks so
what-
good, man. Please, please, please.
What is the nearest food item to Mollis?
I don't want
Oh,
to.
no.
Okay.
Let you know the nearest food item.
Okay.
What is the nearest food item?
I'm gonna be real here, right? So
I swear to God.
Ah, I
Yep.
see the song title.
Yep. As we're kicking this in hot, everybody.
Wait, is that fucking Kirby, isn't it? Oh
Yep.
God.
It is.
Planet Roboto. All right, buddy. For anybody that plans to actually participate, roll me initiative. I want to mention though, I didn't catch everything that everybody said. I caught Mollis's bit. I caught Usagi's bit. Isa, what did you say? I'm so sorry.
Please don't waste perfectly good food. I rolled a 12 on initiative.
On
though.
persuasion?
Initiative.
On initiative. Okay,
I
gotcha.
could roll persuasion though.
If you
I'm
wanted
just like-
to. If you're trying to like convince them not to do this.
Oh
I rolled
no!
a 10. I did not convince
Oh,
that.
no.
Oh
Yeah,
no!
you didn't.
No.
What'd you,
I'm
what?
s-
What happened?
Ball is just terrifying.
What'd
I
you
got a
get?
nat 20 on initiative.
All right.
Oh God.
I didn't get a nat 20, but I got a dirty 21.
The question is, I don't want to get involved in the fight, but if anybody drops any like money, I'm gonna try. If anybody like drops anything, I might just try and pick it up.
Okay, buddy.
So I should probably have initiative ready just in case, even if I don't directly plan to participate.
Okay, gotcha. All right, you do that. All right, so I'm
Christ.
going to. Okay, so we're gonna write this down. I'm gonna make out these things real quick. I'm so sorry. This is a spur of the moment shit. I was like,
That's
you know
a
what?
17.
Fuck it. Okay. So we
I
have
just
Malls
love
going
me.
first. We had a what was it from Chrono?
Dirty 21.
Dirty 21. Technically with a nat 20, so he's still gonna go first. I do not have a.
I got a
for the
dirty.
commander for now.
I got a 26.
Okay, 26.
I got a
Okay.
26.
Okay. For now, we're just gonna take the teddy bear's token and we're gonna make that the commander.
Oh my god.
As he got a 23.
He's a fucking teddy bear.
Yeah, he's a teddy bear. We got a 17
Okay.
from Usagi. We have a 12 from Ublex, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
Okay.
I like rolling physically now.
That's
I have
valid.
better luck with those.
I am fine with that. As long as, like, if y'all start rolling a lot of nat 20s, I'll probably eventually be like, hey, man, I need some proof at least.
I can take a. Oh, I was gonna say I can take a picture and send it, but he's already moved the dice.
You're good. You're good. And then also Brazelk is here. He's just hasn't said anything yet. But he also got
So-
like a 9, so we're gonna move that. So this is the order. And then
What's our arrangement?
our range.
How is the people arranged?
Okay, right. So I'll do this. Okay, here. So I'm gonna move it over a little bit here. We're gonna go into the battle map on OBS. Here we go, boys. Here we go. Okay. So essentially, we're gonna grab this. So you and Chrono were like side by side, essentially, because you guys know we walk side by side, from my understanding. Ublex, you probably would have been near Shindo, knowing my understanding of you. Brazelk on the other side of you.
No, Ozek was carrying me, so I'm like with him.
Oh, with what?
Ozek was carrying me at the.
Oh, right, yeah, no, he was
campaign.
carrying you. I'm correct. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
is correct, that is correct. So actually, for now, I'm just gonna put his token over here. You're just technically on top of him.
I love being on top of him.
And then we have Casper slightly leading the front area. And we have just the chief over the commander over here. And then you have fucking over here. We're gonna say that there's a table right there. Roll a stealth, by the way, Usagi, since you went to hide.
Yep.
So what is the nearest food item to Molly's?
Okay.
All I wanted to do was get this meeting over with so I could try to pick up chicks, man.
Brother. All
Number
right.
one priorities, I guess.
All right. So I'm going to roll to see what piece of food is here beside you.
23, baby! That's a 23 for stealth.
I thought you said 43. I was like, holy fuck. Okay.
No.
Yeah, okay. Gotcha.
That almost happened. I almost had that same moment today. I thought a player said 45 on stealth. I was like, how the fuck did the monk do that?
Oh man. Okay, yeah. So yeah, you hide in pretty quick. You just take cover behind some random table and you disappear pretty quick. The other thing that happens with this, right? With Mollis, you look to your left, immediately there is a crate with a table, right? They made a makeshift table. On that table is 3 specific types of food.
Okay.
There is a cherry pie.
Uh-huh.
There is an apple. And there is a soldier that refused to get up and he's still eating his chicken wing.
Take that one, 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 take that one.
Do it! Come on, do it! Do it now!
Just do it!
I'm not ruining a man's food.
Is this a common occurrence with these people?
Probably.
Probably
I
not specifically
guess.
the commander.
Judging on Cashavir's reaction, I'm going to assume yes.
Considering this commander and his reaction of not again.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm grabbing the cherry pie.
Alright, cool.
Alright, because I'm aiming for the commander because he started this shit.
Go for it.
Okay. What am I adding to this? What am I...
So technically it's just gonna be an unarmed strike, technically. 'Cause you're just, or I guess, actually no, technically it's an athletics, because you're chucking something. So yeah, athletics.
Oh, lovely! I'm good at those!
Why would you do this, Nits?
Because he got bored.
Why would you do this?
Okay, I'm probably gonna miss this, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
I rolled a 5.
Yeah, so you...
But I have a +9, so...
Okay, what do you chuck?
I chucked the cherry pie and I got a 14.
Okay, so you chuck this cherry pie at him, and you see him duck under it, and then grab it.
Oh, fuck.
As you see him wind back and hurl it back at you using his reaction.
Oh, wait. Casimir's in the middle.
Deck save to Casimir.
Oh boy.
I threw it over him.
Deflect missile.
Yep. As Casimir once again gets caught in the crossfire, he was actively wiping off the current pie off of his face, and he gets hit with another. Really? Yeah. As he was wiping off like a pumpkin pie off his face. He just gets it off like his eyes. You see him open his eyes, and then cherry pie. Just a.
Oh, good lord.
I'm enjoying this. This
Yeah.
is funny.
I feel so bad for him.
Yeah, this is fair. I'm gonna be honest. The way we're gonna run this, there's gonna be any bonus actions. It's just an action, and if you dodge something, you get a reaction. So that's your turn.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Fine.
This is custom combat, baby. It's gonna be yeah. All right, and it's his turn now, and you see him grab this like bag of marshmallows, not even opened, and looks to Mollis and chucks it.
And I take my reaction of deflect missiles and send it back at him.
Yes, you may, since this is not gonna do any damage. You don't have to. You just do it, if I remember correctly, because it doesn't have to like reduce.
You can use a reaction to catch a missile, and if you get it back down to 0, you can use it to attack.
But it does no fucking damage. So yes.
Yay! So I guess I spent a key point to throw a fucking bag of marshmallows at him.
Oh, good lord.
Yo. Go ahead.
So what they would see is Balls grab a bag of marshmallows, just rubbing like fuck it, and just send it flying back at the commander because he's just gonna send it back again.
Oh, good lord.
That's beautiful.
Oh man.
I'm missing again. I rolled a 2.
I don't
Yeah.
think I've never heard you get that loud.
I also got closer to my microphone because I can't breathe.
So while he is dying, I'm gonna let you know. You see the commander basically sidestep it, and basically once again grab it and hurl it back at you with his reaction, because it now
What
makes his turn.
Somehow all the marshmallows haven't escaped the bag during this.
No,
The bag is still sealed.
no, as Casimir gets hit with the bag of marshmallows.
What?
It like hits him in the face where the pie hit him, and you see it just kind of stick there and slowly start falling off the face.
Wow.
He's just accepted it. He's just accepted it.
Wow, this guy.
Chrono, it's your turn now.
Okay,
More patience than I do.
okay, Nick, I wanna do something that's probably gonna be bullshit. So is there any way I could reflavor my Times Barrage to just stopping time and just pelting this motherfucker with food?
Uh,
Oh, good lord.
That's so. The problem is with that. As much as I'd love to say yes, there's one slight problem with that, which is that the barrage doesn't have a certain amount of punches it does. So I can't go by quantity and say like, yeah, so you throw 4 pieces of food. I don't really have a way of
Okay, how about
There is
this?
no way to quantify that.
yeah.
Okay, let's look at it a different way. Instead of quantify, could Times Barrage basically be reworked? So when time stops, since Times Barrage does guaranteed damage, how it could work is that Crota, like, there's a pie immediately going towards the commander's face, point blank, thanks to Croto.
That I'm fine with.
Okay,
Oh my god.
so Croto, after watching this display and Kashmir just getting hit with fluffy packeted goodness,
I
You just
regained
decide-
insanity because of this shit. I don't
he just decides, you know what?
care.
Fuck up a way to make a first impression. Let's do it. So the commander sees Chrono running over. Oh wait, so are there any pies nearby, Chrono, by the way?
There is now.
Okay. Chrono stops time. Chrono stops time. He grabs one of the pies, and what the commander sees is that just suddenly a pie is in front of him, as Chrono just basically slams it into his face, kind of knocking him backward.
All right. So here's the fun thing. I'm now going to introduce the food health bar. Can you see that?
Yeah.
He is now out of 4 out of 5. You've done 1
Good
food
lord.
damage.
Worth it.
As you would see that you would see him kind of just like take it to the face. You see his body bend back, and then you see him just shake his like face to the right, and all of it just flings off. As
How
he
many
stands back
fucking
up.
times? How many fucking times? This bastard started food fights.
Chrono
Don't worry
I
about it.
expect a
Enough for
counter.
the statement to be not again.
I expect there to be a counter of days since a food fight.
You look at a wall and you see there is a counter, and it says 5 days.
Oh my god. I can't wait to see the bastard who has to go and type 0.
Yeah, you can see there's a guy actively, somberly walking over there. It's one of the chefs. He's annoyed.
I both feel so bad, but also that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Probably one more thing worth mentioning is after he kind of flips the pie off his face, Chrono just kind of grin and he'll just say, "What's up, Commander?"
You see him look and go, I can show you what's up. As Usagi, it's your turn.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, the real question is, what? The only thing that's gonna get me out from under this table is if there's anybody attractive in the vicinity. B, if anybody dropped their wallet, or did either of those two things happened yet?
I will roll for either for you, bud. That's for that. That's for that. You got really lucky here because both has happened. Or possibly.
Hey,
because here's the thing. The attraction bit is always going to be very, that's a very, like, subjective, yeah.
That's fine.
So what I'm going to do, because I didn't have anything planned for you to be like, is there just a really hot person in the Revolutionary Army out of nowhere?
Could be.
Mayhaps.
I'm grabbing the first image that I see on AI that comes up on Pinterest.
Oh,
And
Christ.
that is going to be the thing that shows up.
Oh God, what?
So, it doesn't matter
no,
what it is.
no, I'm
It doesn't
disturbed.
matter if I can't even, like, describe it. It doesn't matter if it's not a race. If it wasn't a race, it's gonna be one now.
What are you doing? Ugh.
So,
Well, now I'm terrified. Well, now I'm quite frankly terrified. What the hell have you brought?
so I'm bringing up Pinterest right now, and we're gonna see what okay. That's not what I expected. Okay, cool.
What do you mean, okay?
Nits
Yeah.
is speechless.
Yes, that is not something I expected. You see a moth person.
Wait, she's so cute.
These are insanely rare. This is a really rare race in my world. I actually have
she's
something for
cute.
this. I'm gonna get this up into D&D
You can
visuals.
delete
real
that,
quick for
dude.
OBS.
I just did, bitch.
He just said smash.
I saw it, Dylan.
I'm gonna show it up on the thing for people so they can see it because this is heavily unplanned. Right, okay, cool. So you see this lady kind of just like getting up from her table, and she just so happened to drop her wallet.
Well, in that case, she dropped her wallet, you say?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it just so happens
well.
to
We
be
have a new hero.
She may.
It just so
So,
happens to
what-
like describe this
I'm gonna
lightly.
slide up. I'm just gonna.
Oh boy, wait,
discreetly-
hold on. What happened?
Oh, you good?
What happened?
You good,
Yeah.
Balance?
I heard like both of you like talking at the same time, and I was like,
Oh, okay, got yourself confused.
Okay, I'm going
say-
to like pick that up. It's like you dropped. It appears you have dropped this.
You would see her take a look at you, and like, she's actually crazy enough a little bit taller than you. Moth people can range from the height of 3 feet tall to 6 feet. They have a pretty big range in height.
How tall?
She is 4'2". She's a little bit on the shorter side.
That's like 2 feet. Okay.
Yeah, a little bit shorter for like the moth people. But you see her just kind of like look to you and just go, "Thank you, I appreciate that." And you see her grab onto the wallet and put it into her pocket and just go, "Are you new to the army? I don't quite recognize
Yeah.
you."
Yes. I just arrived, and we're just passing through, actually.
Oh, is that so? And like as you say that, you see a like pie actively coming towards her, and you see this fucking guy from like across the hall come sprinting across the room and fucking take the hit.
Damn it! I was gonna do that.
He does a fucking grenade dive.
Asshole! I was gonna do that.
And you see
How
him
dare he?
Don't worry, there'll probably be another shot, buddy. As you see him tumble to the ground and crash into a table, as he just goes, he's like choking on the
is
food
this-
as he's speaking.
Is this kind of thing a common occurrence by any chance?
Yes. With him specifically, yes.
Oh, good lord. Oh. Oh,
That's
boy.
Commander Gonzalez for you.
This
you
is
got a
going to be-
name.
Uh-huh.
This is going to be. Yeah, it's going to be a long trip. This is going to be a long trip.
Oh man. But yeah, so you found her and you found a wallet. That is your turn. You did it,
Okay.
man. You can continue your conversation further in your next turn. How about that? We'll keep it smooth. Ublex,
Oh,
you
Yep.
have been attempted at pie, and you attemptedly dodged on the Yeshka's shoulders, like the smooth person you are. So,
I'm pretty smooth.
yes. So what's your plan here?
I'm gonna like try to find some other to throw back.
Okay, so you look around and you see like maybe like a good 10 feet away, over in, I'm gonna go ahead and ping it real quick, over in this little spot right here is a table, and over there is 5 objects to your disposal. There is another bag of marshmallows, there is a pear, there is a bag of carrots, there is specifically another fucking pie, and the
boy.
last one is a guy who is sitting there as he's trying to have his birthday cake.
Oh man, do I want to
Oh,
throw
no.
the birthday cake so bad.
Take the cake! Take the cake!
He's got like a little birthday hat on him. It says 22. He looks so happy.
Oh,
Get caked up,
22.
bro.
Oh god. You know what? I'm not that evil, guys. I'm gonna throw the pie.
No!
Coward.
The cake!
I throw the pie.
So you point towards the pie and you pilot Vrozelk over to the table.
I'm gonna say happy birthday to the guy.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
gonna throw the pie at the guy.
So Ublex and Vrozelk sing happy birthday using their reaction. And with your action, I'm
What?
guessing you're gonna toss?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, go ahead and chuck it. Roll
Okay.
me an athletics.
I rolled an 8.
Wait, oh, you got an 8? Okay.
Oh, no.
So, Ublex, you're like, alright, I'm gonna chuck this thing. And you, like, inhale it into your body. Like, alright, I'm gonna eject it out. And then you just eject out an empty pan because you accidentally dissolved and ate all the entire pie.
Damn it.
Relax.
So it just goes flying off to the left like a fucking frisbee.
Type shit.
Oh man. Next up is, well, he with his other 2 arms, Vrozelk grabs buddy, be nice. Okay. He's being
Grab the
nice.
cake, grab the cake.
He grabs a slice of the cake. Doesn't grab the whole thing, luckily. He grabs a slice of the cake with his bare hands. And you can see where, like, his hands dig into the cake and he gets, like, the frosting on his fingers and all that. You see him wind it back like he's about to throw, like, a hurl ball in baseball and fucking launches it towards the commander.
Yo.
That misses the AC by 2, as it goes flying barely past his head. If to be fair, that's a good distance to be flinging cake from. Next up is Shindale. Shindale, just you see him do a peace sign as he fades.
what?
And that is his turn. He wanted nothing to do with a food fight.
Understandable. I'm only out here because there's a cute moth girl here. It's not normally my jam, but hey, not normally Usagi's wheelhouse, but it's better than sitting under a table doing nothing.
Fair enough. Oh man, Mollis, it's your turn, buddy.
Oh boy. Alright. So how about that apple?
Hey, I mean that apple's still a
apple.
choice. You can chuck an apple at him. Go for it.
Alright.
Hey, apple.
Huh?
Why an apple?
Because it's there. Is there any other options other than the apple?
The crate. Nah. I
No.
mean, like, there's a whole cafeteria area. You really could just like go and run over to a different table and just be very specifically choosy. I more just mentioned like the very specific thing that was near you at the time.
Okay.
What are you looking for
So-
specifically?
Is there any pieces of pizza?
Oh, there's definitely pizza. You can see, there's like, so this is where you can either be nice or you can be mean. There's like 3 slices of pizza on one table that is more like to your right. And those haven't been touched, so they look like they're kind of cold. Meaning that, you know, people probably are less likely to go eat that. But there's also a brand new hot spanking pizza that the chef's bringing out to the table to like a bunch of the soldiers who just got back from like a mission.
Got it. Cool.
Use that.
I'm gonna use the cold pizza.
Okay, cool.
I have standards.
So I'm gonna move you. You move over to here. I know you have enough movement, so I'm just gonna move you. You move over.
What the
Yeah, see, you like dart a bit away, over like across the room, and grab like a slice of cold pizza and chuck it at the commander. Roll me a hit.
All right. Let it. Oh no!
What'd you get?
Nat 1.
Okay, so here's the thing. Okay. Right, so here's the thing, right? Here's what happens, ma'am. As you begin to reel back this pizza slice to throw it at him, because of the grease, it slips out of your hand.
Okay.
And you feel like it got thrown back and it might have hit someone. Now here's the thing about this. You see Shen coming out of the darkness. And he comes out right behind you with a piece of pizza on his shoulder and a pie in his hand. As he just goes, I trusted you. And you see him from behind, like wide arm swing this pie to smack you from behind in the face with it. And, going to note this down, you're now on 2 HP of pizza health. You're going to hit 2 more times before you will be out of the food fight.
Okay.
Next up is Commander Gonzalez. Alright. So, oh my god. So, Commander Gonzalez looks at you, Chrono, right? And he's aiming for your AC. What is your AC right now? I want to double check. Because...
$10 billion. No, 16.
Okay, so he beats it by 3 then.
Fine, Terry.
So, you can try. Go ahead, do that deck save.
Yeah. Okay, that is 19 to beat.
Yep.
I beat it.
You beat
that's
it?
a 23.
Alright. Cool. So, you see him, like, begin to wind this pie back and start swinging it forward. And as you like, the first time, you got hit. And then, like, you're like, no. And then you rewind time, and you duck right under it. And you see, as he begins doing that, legendary reaction.
Wait, what?
As he uses his legendary action to then swing, using that momentum. You see him, like, begin to swing it down towards the ground, and then scoop it. To then pull it upwards to try and shove it into your face.
That clever bastard.
As he's gonna roll the hit again. Alright. Does a nat 20 win by chance?
Deflect missile?
No, I'm sorry. It's a nat 20. I can't, yeah. So, you're gonna be down to 1 food bar instead of 2. Because that's gonna do 2 food damage instead of 1. As when he hits you, the reason why this is gonna do so much is that when this pie makes impact with you, it doesn't just get your face like it hit Hazir or Casimir or Moss when they've gotten hit, right? Mm-hmm. It splatters onto your whole chest. So like he smears it. He goes out of his way to hit your face with it and then smear it down your chest. And then back away.
Okay.
Your turn.
Okay. Okay, so there's like a lot of just to be completely clear, there's like a lot of food on my chest, right? At this point, essentially.
Yes.
Okay, can I rework it into a flurry of blows? Just basically like grab scoops of it and just throw it really fast.
So I guess technically, let me check what type of pie it was, because I feel like with some pies that might be harder than others. Oh no, that'd be feasible. It's an apple pie, so you'll be able to take like some portions of like the apple and just like essentially like chuck it at them.
All right, cool. So I'm assuming I just roll normally for flurry of blows attacks.
Yeah, I guess.
All right, fair enough.
Bitch.
Just a minute. Fucker. First one's 21.
Mm-hmm. That'll hit.
I caught it between my legs. I don't know
Reroll.
if it counts. Okay, thank God. I caught it between my legs again. Why is it bouncing off? And other one's a 23.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you hit with these two as you just kind of fling some food at him. There's no to damage, obviously, but he's now down to 2 food health.
Got it. Cool. I'm living on a prayer right about now.
Living on a prayer. Next up, Usagi.
All right. Well, the real. So how long have you been here?
So goofy. Oh, she was just gonna
Come
look-
here.
I didn't say that.
Yeah. She
I
was
know.
just gonna look to you and just kind of go, I've been here for about maybe 2 months now. This has been going on for way longer than I've been here, but about 2 months, I'd say.
Well, good. You're just in time for something exciting. Well, good. You're just in time for something exciting. Well,
Yeah, the raid's gonna be starting soon.
oh yeah. Oh yes, that Palomar won't know what hit him.
Indeed, as well as the Navy. Both
Yeah.
aren't really good friends of the Revolutionary Army, as you can imagine.
Nope.
Is there anything you wish to say?
I'm thinking.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, I don't think I called your name.
Oh, Selfie. And yours is...
The Master Thief Usagi Dorobo. You may have heard of me.
She will roll a history check, because sadly enough, you aren't that well known.
Oh yeah, well I'm gonna fucking change that after this raid.
That you see her racking her brain. She got a decent history roll. But she's racking her brain and she just doesn't quite know. And she would just go, I apologize, but I am from the Fae, so you might be from a different region.
Oh yes, that explains it. Well, after this raid, my name will be far more. After this raid, hopefully my name will be far more useful.
Perhaps, you never know. World works in mysterious ways, after all.
Yes.
I'm going to write her name
Oh.
out so in case you ever want to type it up, because I don't know if you ever plan to
Thank
try
you.
and re-find this character. But
Hey! I doubt he'll try to actively pursue her, but it helps to have good contacts in high places.
it does. This is true.
She's not his type, but it'll be good to listen. That could still lead to cool things.
Hell
later.
yeah. Hey, by the way, roll me a dex save.
Oh fuck. Hey, I'm good at that. All right.
You said you wanted to take a
And-
shot for her, didn't you? Because another
Yeah,
pie's
well,
coming her way.
Well. The thing is, actually, the real. Can I catch it with like my sword or something? Or
You
Cut it in
can
half
try
like the
that.
ninja.
So what we'll do is, I guess, just roll it to hit against their to hit.
here we go. That's 24.
24. Okay. So you see this pie like come like soaring through the air, and like you immediately go like, oh shit, and you pull out your If I remember correctly, you don't have a rapier. You have a katana,
I have
right?
a katana. Yes.
Yeah, okay, cool. So you like unsheath your katana and quickly swing it, like, right over her head. And essentially, like, as you begin that swing and, like, it's starting to get closer, that way you don't just end up slashing it, you then change the direction into essentially a stab. Into a thrust.
Yep.
As you just, like, pierce it directly in the middle. And it just kind of, like, slides down the blade. So you are going to have to clean the blade, but you stopped its momentum
fine.
at least. Yeah. And she was just going to look at you and just go, I appreciate that, thank you.
You're welcome. You're very welcome.
I'd rather not have to rechange uniform.
Yeah. Yes. Or what? Or the. Yes, that.
Yeah.
I was thinking of something else, and it was probably worse. So.
Fair.
It involved like moth fluff.
Yeah, that's fair, yeah.
Yeah, that would be worse. So
That would
I'm
be
just gonna
worse.
Shut my ass up.
Which, by the way, I'm going to describe this character, because we never actually got to describe this character, so people actually know what you're dealing with, because we still have audio listeners. It is a, like, basically like a Snow White moth person. So they have this very fuzzy fur that kind of, like, coats the majority of their body, but it doesn't quite coat their face. This is probably for the better, most likely. Because that would look a little odd. They have this, like, silver white hair, and this, like, white antennas, white wings, that are, like, they're not massive like some moth folk have, but it's still big enough to where, like, considering her size, she could still easily fly with these things. But they look almost like a mixture of, like, butterfly, but, like, moth-like wings. The pattern's just very almost monarch-like. She has these, like, bright purple lavender eyes. And she's wearing, like, essentially a dress, but it's one of those ones where it has, like, a black corset and then a white top that covers the chest area, and then a black choker, but connecting the black choker and the white top bit. Anya, do you know what it's called where it has, like, you can kind of see the skin, but it's almost like not a fishnet, but where it's still kind of like it almost darkens the color of the skin, essentially, like turning it to like a grayish most of the time. I
can't
cannot
remember
think of
the
it.
exact name of the material. I think it's something like tulle.
That's probably it. I think that's actually it. But yeah, she essentially has that basically going across the rest of her chest. But besides that,
I'm not exactly a fashion person.
That's fair. I just know sometimes you know like little random things that I don't know, so that's why I just always just pull you when I can. By the way, I never got to introduce this is Anya, our peanut gallery. Sorry, I got distracted in the intro. Also, you see that she has these like black long fingernails that she's obviously taken care of. And the one last thing that should be mentioned is that besides her very fuzzy fur, the dress is very flowy. So yeah.
Huh. Cool.
Yeah, it goes like down to like I'd say like the knee, maybe a little bit longer than that.
Could be useful later. Anyway,
Yeah, sure.
well, problem is we're not.
Hey,
The real problem is he's probably not going to be here for very long.
Probably not. I mean, it's Revolutionary Army, so once they get done with this, she might be stationed here for a little bit before she goes to her next mission. You never know. But yeah, essentially, as you catch that is the end of your turn. As you kind of like stop her from getting pied. Ublex, it is your turn. As he's only got 2 food bars left. You got this. You got this. Nail him.
What if instead I just cuck him? What if I just cuck Usagi?
That's an option. I mean, it's an option.
That fuzz. Yeah, what if I just steal your girl?
What?
Damn.
She's not my girl. I mean, I haven't even gotten that far. I mean, you could.
I was gonna be.
But I will take that personally and do it to you at some point later. So just remember that.
You don't like men?
Good point.
Yeah, shit.
Wait a minute. No, that's not even a problem. Ublex is after girls too.
Hey man, what can I say?
Ublex don't care about the gender.
I'm just saying. Go ahead. It could be funny.
What you going for?
Oh boy.
I think I'm he has 2 food bars left, so I'm just gonna throw food at him.
Okay, gotcha. So
Me?
What do you?
No, not you!
Yeah, Usagi, get him! Sock him!
get him!
Get him! Oh man, yeah. So yeah, go in and roll your to hit. What do you grab, by the way?
Is there that like? Is there marshmallows?
Yeah, there's that bag of marshmallows.
I'm gonna grab the marshmallows.
All right. And go and roll your athletics as you chuck it to him. I'm gonna say you can roll with advantage this time because Vrazelk, after the last time, begins to charge forward. So you're gonna have momentum to use.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Just don't eat the pie this time.
You got this. What'd you get?
I got an 18. I rolled a
18. Nice. So do you throw it or do you just smack him with it at this point? Because you're in the 5-foot range.
I smack him with it.
All right. So you
Unintentionally though.
Yeah. You kind of like swing it like a flail almost, as you just grab it and you just smack him in the face. Like your brain is like, all right, throw it, but like you got so close so quickly that your brain's like, nah, I shouldn't let go of it, and you just slap him in the face with this bag of marshmallows.
Like, when I hit him, I want to make the noise like.
yeah, no, you definitely do. You definitely do. Oh man, as that is your turn, as Vrazelk is then gonna grab that bag of marshmallows out of your hand, and he's gonna take a swing with it.
Ayo.
As what is his athletics again? I need to grab his sheet again real fast. Nope, that's the other browser. There it is. Nope, that's not. Okay, there it is. All right, yeah, dirty 20's gonna hit. As the end of the boss fight ends, quote unquote, as you see him like duck under. Like you feel like your body just like slosh. Like you like because it's such a sudden movement in like liquid and all that. It's that thing like it's almost like a Looney Tune-esque thing where like the rest of your body goes down with him, but like your head kind of stays there for momentarily and then just goes, oh right, and then fucking like sloshes down to the body. But you see as he like ducks down and goes swinging up, doing a rising uppercut with a fucking bag of marshmallows. As he catches him on the chin, knocking the commander back. As the commander, like, you see him, like, take a step back, and then you see him, like, again, like, he's been laughing the majority of this time. You'd see him, like, stop the laughter, but, like, that smile's still there, and you see him just bring up his hand and form a fist as everyone fucking stops.
Oh my god.
And,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
boy.
Nitz, do you see that gif I put in memes? I'd like to think Chrono does like a mini victory dance, but he stops midway with it. Everyone stop.
Oh yeah, no, everyone, including you, even stops. And it's like, it is that moment of like, despite how goofy all this was, there's still that moment of like, that tone shift still hits, seeing all the soldiers just stop immediately like that. Kind of gives you an idea of like, yeah, he's a goofy guy, but he has respect. And for a damn good reason, probably.
Well, yeah, he lets people get away with shit like that.
Yeah. As you'd see that smile that he has, just kind of like, you see him just kind of like lift his head back up with that smile. Just kind of look to the group and you just go, Commander Gonzalez, glad to meet you.
Chrono T. Triken, likewise.
Good to meet you. Hey, I know you. You're that fucking guy. Right.
After Chrono thinks about his approach for a minute, says, "Yes, I am that guy."
You see him kind of like grab you by the shoulders. And when I say grab you by the shoulders, I don't mean like the normal like facing towards you. I mean more like he slings his right arm around your shoulder. And then like kind of just goes, "You're gonna come with me, alright? I'll see you later, boys. I've got someone to talk with now."
Oh no.
Right, you have a vice captain. Come here, big boy. Just like he grabs Malus by the other arm. By the other shoulder. So he's just in the middle.
I like to imagine while they're dragging away, Chrono's just gonna say, Shin, look after the others. Okay, bye.
Yeah, as he's gonna take you guys to go grab a private conversation with the captain and vice captain. Quick
Okay.
little thing. You see Caspir just kind of he lost all of his HP bars, by the way, from the food bars, because he got hit
Oh
3
my.
times. You guys all got 3 bars.
Wow.
The boss got 5. You see him just kind of slowly look over at Ublex and Usagi. Mainly Ublex, because you're still hiding Usagi. You're just gonna look to
I'm not. I'm not. I thought I was standing up.
Oh yeah,
because,
no,
you
you
know.
are now. You are now. Yeah, no, you're right. You would see him just kind of like, I guess mainly Ublex though, because you're kind of talking with someone else. You kind of just looked at Ublex and just kind of go, "I'm gonna go clean up." Again.
Understandable.
Again.
Oh man, I'm so sorry.
All right.
He's
All
just,
right. I got through all that without any getting hit by any food. Excellent.
Yeah. But yeah, he's gonna go head off. Casper's gonna go wash up the poor man. As yeah, we're going to quickly. We will be right back over in this VC in a bit. I'm going to grab the captain and the vice captain. And actually, no. You know what? Fuck it. It's not that part of the conversation because you guys would eventually learn the details anyway. So actually, it doesn't even fucking matter. I really only do that when it comes to like patrons and the way more secretive stuff. I was gonna drag you guys to a Tavern VC temporarily, but not worth it. Actually, now that I think about it. So you guys get to actually have a proper conversation, as he would lead you guys to like this like more like subtle area to room. It is like probably the one room in this entire establishment so far that you guys have seen that actually has a proper door. And it's a metal one at that. So you see him type in like some type of code, and then it unlocks. And then he opens the door.
Okay.
As he would just go, head in.
I will do that.
Yeah.
All right.
As the two of you
Sounds good.
As the two of you start heading into this room, you would see that there is a desk. Besides just a desk, there is his chair. Besides just his chair, there are 2 other chairs across it. Besides that, an obscene amount of file cabinets, a battle map that he has strewn across his like area, essentially probably labeling out their battle strategy for the oncoming raid. And you can see there are kind of just papers everywhere, like on the desk, on the floor. Some are crumpled up in a trash can. It is like going into like some guy that's like heavily conspiracy theorist about like aliens and has been on that rabbit hole for the last 20 years of his life. That's the level of like papers and constrained shit that you're just seeing around here. Which is kind of valid because he's kind of balancing a lot. Which because normally the generals of the Revolutionary Army are the ones that handle battle tactics. But obviously there's only so many of them, and the commanders sometimes have to fill in. This wasn't one of the higher priority countries, so because of that, they sent a commander rather than a general, because they only have so many of them, so they kind of have to pick priorities, sadly enough.
As Chrono sits down, he'll say, "You know something? I am literally 389 years, never been part of a food fight, and I kind of want to do another one. That was actually kind of fun."
No, do it later, please.
You're not here.
You're not in the
Oh,
room.
never mind. Okay.
Yeah, no, you like hear that in your head randomly, like, who? Oh, man, Usagi's really getting to me.
It's
Yeah.
like one of those Telltale games, like so will remember that.
Yeah,
Make a
yeah,
decision
yeah.
Without them in the room.
Yeah, he would just look to you and just go, I mean, it's always a good way to lift the spirits. I know it's a little bit of a waste of food, and I know not everybody appreciates that, but I do what I can to keep my soldiers happy. Because, quite frankly, going to a war zone can be quite mentally taxing, as you can imagine. And knowing that you're about to go into a fight that may or may not be life-risking, they need every ounce of hope they can get.
I can respect that.
You damn better. Either
That,
way.
that'll get a smirk out of Chrono.
Here it is, look at you and just go, well, unlike you. But actually, nah. I guess kinda like you. I've got one of those fruits.
Oh,
So I can
yeah,
relate with
yeah.
you on that.
What, those flaming chains, what, the flame fruit? If I had to guess?
Nah. Close though. Close. Spirit fruit. Spirits often use fire. It's common for them, at least. Necrosis and fire is their main thing, so since I've learned to gain such a natural aptitude towards the spirits, I've been able to kind of make a spiritual flame around me, essentially. That's why it's not the normal color.
That's interesting. What's it like
Indeed.
having it?
Well, I'm going to cut straight to the chase, because from what I understand, I already know quite a bit about your group. You saved one of my newer recruits at the time, and now my second-hand man.
That's correct, yes.
So, first of all, I want to thank you for actually taking the time to actually help a man. So, besides that, you need to know quite a bit of stuff, don't you? Capital's going to be getting attacked pretty soon after all, and you don't want to get caught up in the crossfire.
Yeah, that about sums it up right.
I'd imagine. Alright, so here's the thing. And he would kind of get up from his chair, and he'd kind of like stand up near the map and kind of like point towards it and just go, we're gonna be basically attacking from all sides, but it's going to begin from where the path starts. This is to make the Navy think that we're only taking the easy route, aka a literal carved path. But only a fool would ever try and attack from an open area like that. So it's a small decoy squad. We're trying to give them a bluff, essentially. A lot of us actually are going to be attacking on their own damn turf, aka directly from the damned ocean. Which I heard that one of your little boats is staying near there. So as long as they're near us, they should be fine. We'll make sure of that.
It's got a flag with a skull and a gear on it, if you have trouble locating it. Also, appreciate it.
Not to worry, I already got some contact information from one of my little rookies. They already talked about it. I ran it by them, I knew immediately who the fuck that was.
Wow, you guys were fast. Fair play.
Faster than the damn Navy, I'll tell you that much. Now, here's the thing, right? And you see him just kind of like slam on the wall. He would just go, this is the plan. As people start rushing in, we start getting cannon fire from the back, so we're going to be attacking it from the side areas. They have a decently heightened wall, and with the ravines kind of coming in with magma and all that, it's not exactly safe. So we're going to be using ladders, carryable ladders, more foldable ladders essentially, to scale the walls. Because normally you go up, and if you come from the main entrance, there's staircases that lead into the actual elevated area of the, capital. That's not going to be a choice for the flanking people. They're going to have to use foldable ladders and all that. Though, that doesn't matter too much to you. Essentially, from what I understand, little birdie told me you don't like Halimar.
I don't think there is a single conceivable word in any language that is known to everyone here to describe how much I dislike that man.
Well, you can make that two of us, buddy. So, here's the thing, right? Oh, boy. I love this. This takes a lot from our chest, at least. Because I'm going to have my hands busy with the Navy. Because I am going to be part of that small group up in the front. Because,
Alright.
I'm going to be quite frank, if my soldiers are going to be putting their lives on the line in the most dangerous area, I sure as hell am going to be with them.
I 100% get it. I'd probably do the same in your shoes.
Hell yeah. So, that raised the problem of, well, if I was going to be there to deal with them, who was gonna? And I was thinking about maybe seeing Casvir at the time to help deal with them, because, well, at the time, you weren't in the picture. But, if you're in the picture now, I don't need to send him. Because he can actually work on running the right flank, and, I don't know if you've met her, actually, but, I have this diamondback that works for me. Her name's Selfie. She's going to be running the left flank. She's my first-hand woman.
Oh shit, someone important. Oh fuck. You Soggy, don't fuck this up. That's me as a player, purely.
If you don't mind the trouble, I'd be willing to meet them later if you'd introduce me.
I'd be happy to have you meet them. But, quite frankly, that takes a load off their shoulders. I also saw that you have some people that aren't with your crew naturally, unless the Navy hasn't found out about them yet. The Yeshka.
Oh, yes. We found him around when we first landed here. He put a stop to some human traffickers. And I learned that he watches over orphans. He is crazy good in the fight. So I offered, hey, want to go beat up some people probably related to those traffickers? And he was, pretty much down for it.
Well, you know what? Props to the man. Not a lot of people have the balls to do that.
Seriously.
Most common folk nowadays, if they're not an adventurer or they're not working for an army or something of that sort, they're normally just some person that can't fight and would die within a hit or two of the things we take nowadays.
I used to grow up in Whiteside and, yeah, you're absolutely correct there.
Yeah. Alright, so, with that being said, we've got some light traces, and I don't have any proof of it, but I've got some slight concerns about Halimar.
You tell.
So I'm gonna air them with you. So, let's first hit up the Navy bit. Obviously, the cannon fire is going to start up hitting up that city area, but eventually I'm going to have to deal with his naval fleet, and not just his, but the Navy's as well. As I said before, we will do our best to protect your people, but we also have to watch out for ourselves. So, there will be a naval battle that they're going to get caught in.
I see.
The Blink Pirates and the Navy will be fighting. Granted, the Blink Pirates aren't massive, but still at the end of the day, 5 ships of pirates is still a decent amount of people.
I see.
They've gotten quite the quantity of crew lately. That being said, they're going to have to fight for their damned lives, but they're already in contact with our people, so they know they can at least trust us, because they know they have a friend in us. So,
luckily, our ship's doctor's running our ship, so
well,
won't
that's
do
a good
anything
thing.
stupid.
That's always a good thing. In my opinion, putting a healer sometimes is, not always, but it's sometimes the better call when it comes to leadership, if I'm going to be quite frank, because they're the ones that are going to be concerned about people's health.
Come to think of it, Mollis, can you say you're looking for someone in this capital city?
I was waiting for an opening to bring that up, yes.
The floor's
I'm
all yours,
looking
bud.
I don't know if you're aware of where she is, but I'm looking for a Dragonborn, Joe Masio, the captain.
Joe Masio. Oh boy, right. I forgot she came here. Well, actually, he looks back at the board, and there, it has in big, bold letters in between all the mess of like, alright, well, this person's gonna be there, and this person's gonna be in this location most likely, so that means we can predict that this person will be over here. Just in big, bold letters, Joe Masio.
Yeah, no, he didn't forget. He just wasn't bothering to think about it.
Yeah. You just go, right, Joe Masio. Well, I know she's going to be at the party, that's for damn sure. The Navy's going to be trying to probably put one of their better people up near the nobles, obviously. They don't want them getting hurt. Are you trying to find them before or after?
Preferably before, because they probably won't be alive after.
Fair. Well, I don't know what you plan to do with them, but...
She's the reason I'm still alive.
You would see him kind of like sit back for a little bit.
As Mollis would also remove his hood, because he's in the rebel base area, so they can see he's a Grieger.
Yeah. You would see him just kind of like basically tip his glasses down a bit. And you can see his eyes. And they're these insanely bright pastel pink eyes.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
of
sure.
soul magic. and you would see him just kind of like, that little normal smile just kind of goes away for a bit. And that normal, like, you know, like joy they has in that voice just kind of like dims down a little. And you just go, seeking answers.
Uh-huh.
Be careful. That's all I can say for that. You would see him just kind of like push the glasses back up and just kind of go. They should be around the nobles. Probably west side, my guess. A lot of nobles, including the ones traveling here, are coming from that area. So most likely around that spot. Be cautious when you go in there. That place is gated as hell.
It's going to prove annoying.
If I... See, if it was during the raid, I'd say you could just jump over. They're gonna have guards there near the main area. Best chance is to have someone make you a distraction and maybe vault it while nobody's looking. That might be one of your best shots. If anything, I know the Navy when they do things like this sometimes. Not always, but sometimes they'll rent out taverns. So she might just be stationed in a tavern just planning things. That way she can keep an eye on the nobles and still make sure all the defenses are good to go.
Chrono will just kind of
fucking sigh.
Chrono will just kind of try to like turn a malice and smile and just kind of go, "There you go, bud. I mean, granted, it's gonna be a lot of work, but I mean, hey, that's something. At least it's not impossible."
Yeah. Odds of death, likely. What am I waiting for?
Yeah. Oh, right. I never introduced myself. I'm Commander Gonzalez, or as the Navy knows me, the Spirit Chain.
Badass. Chrono kind of whispers. Man, that's way cooler than my pirate name. I mean, Time of Time was pretentious as hell, so on one hand, I'm kind of glad that they changed it, but still.
At least you have one. I'm the only one here with no name.
Well,
I mean, no offense, buddy, but you don't really need one. Your presence kind of speaks for itself.
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, right now they're just calling you random things, but there's no concrete one.
Organa, get off my table, please.
I heard that. I heard that.
Just trying to get my D20.
He would look to you and just go, well, right, that one other bit that I need to tell you. Halamar, he's supposed to show up at the party. That's the thing. I don't know for sure. Supposed to. The thing is, I've watched his record and it's hard to guarantee he'll actually be at the party. I've seen him walking around for a while now. And just, the Navy tells him to do one thing and he does the fucking opposite half of the time. So it's hard to figure out if he actually will show up. Because he does sometimes, whenever they threaten him. Because they know that if they threaten him, then he has to, otherwise he'll have his warlord privileges revoked.
Oh.
He's not afraid of coming at blows with them, but it's more that he wants the benefits. I know him well enough to know that. So the question is whether or not the Navy threatened him. Problem is, I don't know where his hideout's at. So if he didn't show, I wouldn't know where he would be.
Well, I need his Jolly Roger.
Jolly Roger. You know, this is an odd thought. Well, not more of an odd thought, but just kind of an observation. But, we've seen a few of his fleets flying by, and he's been hiding his Jolly Roger. Normally pirates, they dwindle it and let it fly free. You know, kind of like a pride thing, normally. He's, for some reason, this is why I said I felt a little suspicious on him, he's chosen to conceal it.
Of course he has, because why should anything be easy?
He's planning something. People have been going missing. The water mages? Really? I had Casimir looking into it, and from my understanding from his letters, he didn't find anything besides the fact that people have been seeing purple particles when people disappear. That's it. But knowing him, my guess, just calculate guess, I have no evidence, but it might be him using his blink powers.
Commander?
Well-
Call this unreasonable confidence any way you will. I don't know how familiar you are with my story, but I accidentally ended up creating that monster.
I was
And
there.
Chrono's going to get up of his chair, knocking it backwards and screaming, "I'm sorry?"
What a
Yeah.
twist!
I've been around for a lot longer than you might think. I might have been human. Some powers change your lifespan.
I mean, yeah, I kind of know that.
Yeah.
No, when?
Well, I was more of a bystander, so I didn't really know any of your people, but when everything was going on, I was traveling by. I wasn't living there, nothing like that, no. I was just kinda there. At the time, I was on my vacation. Wasn't even working for the Revolutionary Army at the time. I was just hanging out, wasn't having to do my damn market salesman at the fucking Hell-Chained Islands. Listen, that place is great, don't get me wrong, but the amount of market salesman jobs, that's all I could find. It got tiring after a while.
Chrono kind of looks like he doesn't care. His jaw is still like hanging open, like hands on his table, all that kind of thing.
Mollis.
Yeah?
Mollis just goes home. It's just like quiet, like there's a lot. That's where I'm from.
He would just go, yeah, yeah, when I was there, everything was going down. I was on my vacation. I only got 2 days of vacation before all that shit went down. Next thing I know, I hear that a portion of the island's been frozen, as well as someone that I knew, because they just happened to be foraging in the forest. And then, honestly, I was trying, if I'm going to be quite frank with you, you're part of the reason why I joined the Revolutionary Army, because I was going to try and bust you out, so I could try and get you to fix it.
Haha.
I knew you didn't mean it. I feel like no human would do that on purpose. But yeah, I had a good friend there. They're still frozen in time.
Wait. Is it a satyr by any chance?
Satyr. No, though my friend did know a satyr. They might have been a local that knew them. But I got to see it firsthand.
Chrono just kind of takes a deep breath as he goes to pick up the chair he knocked over.
Hey, if it
And
makes you
back down.
feel any better. I've got 2 people. If you're genuinely interested in this, I didn't think you'd care. Quite frankly, it's been so many years, but I misjudged you. Apologies. There's 2 people you might want to look into eventually at some point. Though, I recommend making sure you're a little bit stronger before you try to meet them at some point. But there was 2 other people that were there that day. 2 very strong people.
They are?
Boy, right. So, you know the pirate emperors, right?
Oh, for fuck's sakes!
Chrono gets knocked over the chair again and stands up.
What?
Hands on table.
Oh, nah.
Yeah.
Just the slug, for fuck's sakes!
Just look and just kind of go. There was a man. He's now known as Scraphead, or more common,
Oh.
or at least by his crew, he's known as Captain Adam Holmes.
Oh,
yeah.
that guy.
Yeah. At the
We found
time,
We found this treasure. Fun fact.
I found it on.
Oh, yep.
Wait, which island?
Mollis, I forgot.
Oh, for fuck! Why are you talking to me? Why are you telling me?
Frostbreaker Island.
No, never mind. It's Scrapbreaker Island.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, he's put those things all over the fucking world, from what I know. He's one of the only pirates that have actually fully gone around the entire world sailing. It's pretty rare when you see that nowadays.
And the other one?
Well, the other one was clashing with him at the time. And, at the time, he wasn't an admiral, but he is now. Or, not admiral, sorry, general. At the time, he was an admiral. What was his name? You would see him just kind of start, like, going through his files a bit more. This is the bit where it's, like, it's more of, you can see he does journal. So he's actually kind of keeping track of things. Like, not just, like, his, like, work, but just, like, his life. Probably because of how long he started living, he started making sure to actually write his stuff down, because at some point, memory would start to fail you at some point. That's a genuine problem. Which is something that you yourself have kind of experienced to some degree, too. Like, you may have not realized it, but yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense, actually.
You would see him go... He was, less of a threat than he is now. His name is Asabi Tadai, if I remember right. He was from a dynasty, the Trianad dynasty. He's concerning. He doesn't have a fruit power, but somehow he's learned to create his own form of... Okay, let's put it like this. There's a fruit. We have a lot of information on fruits. There's literal books written on these things. There's a fruit known as a shadow fruit. He doesn't have that, but he's somehow made sure that he's kind of created his own form of that, essentially, for himself.
What? Replicating a fruit's powers? That's wild.
I don't know exactly if he's, quote-unquote, recreated it, but he's definitely learned to make some of the abilities for himself, despite having not done that. But he used to be a shinobi, from my records, if I remember right. He used to work under a king, and then I guess at some point he got fed up with them or something. We don't know why he left. He was paid really well.
Wait, out of curiosity, does this guy have long white hair and a scar over one of his eyes today?
No. Long white hair scar. Did you see an admiral by chance? Or a general?
Definitely an admiral.
Admiral Locke.
Definitely an admiral.
You ran into Admiral Locke?
Yes.
Where?
He destroyed an island we were on.
We barely escaped. It was really close.
Which island?
Mollis would remember the island name. I, as a person, for gore.
Right.
I'd like to say
wait,
the
no, I
same,
got it. I know which one it is.
Oh, you do?
It was. I am checking. Is in the.
You got this, man?
Extracts. Because it's the last
gotcha.
island you actually made the past island notebooks.
Sorry, I'm gonna get that caught up, by the way. But here just lets you just go, right, extracts.
It's gone.
That explains why we haven't been able to find it via North Post.
Sorry, but
You
why was our
destroyed-
general and emperor fighting there anyways, on White side?
I mean, at the time, well, I mean, at the end of the day, Whiteside's a Navy island. And those are pirates. And from what I understand, your dad was a pirate, so most likely, I don't know if your dad had connection with that pirate. He might have had connection with Adam Holmes, I don't know. Or he could have just been there by pure chance. Most likely, the Admiral might have just been stationed there at the time. I honestly don't know enough details to tell you that much, but
I see.
they were
There's-
definitely there.
This
Wait.
is a side thing, at least for me. There is a general that you might know about that I'm looking for as well.
Oh.
He's the one that destroyed my home.
And that is...
I don't know his fucking name. He was too busy killing us.
Can you give me a description, something? I might be able to work with it. Or give me an event,
Magma
something.
Minotaur.
Minotaur. And they're attacking
Magma.
hives?
Magma Minotaur. That's
It's really one of the things. He's just rifling through papers as he's talking about this, and you would just go. The only one that sticks out to me that there was a general that was attacking hives. He was in charge of the hive extermination, the thing that's still ongoing, by the way. Trying our best to deal with that, but I mean, at the end of the day, they have a bigger army than us, so we're pretty down to our wits. But
I don't the image of the two people did not get penned, and I'm looking for him so I can give an actual fucking description.
well, I'm gonna resend him to you specifically. He knows what Joe looks
Okay.
like, but you would have seen him for like a split second, so I'll send him to you real quick. Only to you.
Yeah.
But he would just kind of like run his head. He's like, right, that would be Kai Jiro. That would be his name. That's. You're looking for him?
To kill him.
Alright, well, at least you're not looking for answers for him, because I'm going to be honest, that's one of the generals you're not going to be able to talk to. He will probably attack you on sight. Out of any of them, I'm pretty sure he's the one with the fieriest temper. Quite literally, that is a volcanic minotaur.
Yeah, I was expecting that part when he wasn't affected by our magma things.
Yes, if I remember correctly, your hive was located literally near an undersea volcano.
Yep. Something was almost always active.
Gotcha.
Chrono,
It
Kinda
deactivated right before they showed up.
oh, no, sorry, you want to go and finish?
He would just kind of look at you and just go, well, if you're looking for him, I haven't seen him in actually. Wait. And he start like rifling, going to his area and start rifling through. He's like, last time we had a report recently, we ran into him recently. Oh, what was that? Where was that report? Right, here. Okay, so he was recently seen near the Hellchained. For now. But there's no guarantee that
That doesn't mean
you'll
he'll
get.
stay.
Yeah.
At least I know we're heading in the right direction.
Yeah, you're at least heading in the right direction. Just be careful when you run into him, because that's. I'm gonna be honest. I'm very confident in my strength, but even I know I can't handle him right now.
Chrono just kind of gets over the initial shock earlier as he sets his chair back up. He just kind of slumps in it, just kind of going making a. Sorry, God, I really did make history that day, didn't I?
Yeah, I mean, there was a few historical events that happened around that time. Funny enough, at least around that era.
It's
Yup.
actually a little ironic. I've been wanting to meet you guys for the longest time. I didn't know I actually influenced someone to joining the revolutionaries.
It's a mixture. You're gonna run into people that have been both inspired to become pirates, revolutionaries. But those are gonna be the people that are more local to your area, obviously, within global news, but yeah.
It's okay if you don't. But since you were there, do you remember what my parents' names were? Or my dad's name, at least? Did you ever meet them?
I never met them, but I can see if I can find any documented files.
Yeah.
But granted,
good.
your dad was around before, before the Navy was made. And before the Navy was made, you know, we wouldn't have been here yet. I can see if I can find anything, but that's definitely not something I'm going to be able to find today. That's something I'd probably need some time to look for.
That's fine. It's a little embarrassing to admit, but from one human living a long lifespan to another, I've forgotten his face. And that, kind of bothers me, to be honest with you.
I get it. I've been around for a long time too. That's why I document all my stuff here, because I can't remember my mother or my father. I can't remember my siblings. My whole family's dead, I'm pretty sure at this point. I don't remember what half of my friends look like. I don't remember what my wife looked like. She's dead. I don't remember what any of my pets looked like. I've been around for 700 years. I'm ready to die. But not yet.
I can still remember one face, as a matter of fact. The face of my best friend I didn't save that day.
Yeah.
I don't care how old I get, but until I can save her, I will never rest. Or rest easy, at least. Or slow down, or you get what I mean.
I get what you mean. Well, if it makes you feel any better for the both of you, you have spirits watching after you.
Oh, that's
Your
nice.
whole group does.
Wait, even when we sleep?
Remember how I said I have the spirit fruit?
Yeah.
I can see spirits, and oftentimes spirits have multiple ways of coming into the world. Normally they're of the dead, but if a soul is bound, they can also become spirit. So even though your dear friend is stuck in time, I think she's been watching over you the whole time.
What?
Because I'm pretty sure I'm looking at her right now.
What?
So swag.
Fucking Ayo!
Holy shit! Holy shit! Did you pull a fusion dance? Is she in your head?
You just go, from what I can see a girl with antler-like horns, of green hair, kind of braided, pretty long from what I can see. Pretty typical of a satyr. These kind of like, again, these more like pointy Saturn-like ears, kind of like a deer. These like emerald green eyes, and these from what I can see, these earrings that seem to be hanging off her ears. Kind of like a dark green dress that she seems to be wearing, and the sleeves seem to be a little bit of a lighter green. Does that ring a bell?
Fuck, okay, 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 I think... God, okay, how should Kodo react to this?
If it makes you feel any better, he would also look
Yeah.
over to Mollis. Gives you a little bit of time to process that, buddy. You look over
Okay,
to-
I think... Okay, I think after hearing that dead-on accurate description, because I remember you showed me the character nits before this campaign got started,
Yeah.
and I think Croto would just kind of short-circuit, jump over, knocking out the chair again, and he would just immediately start looking around before going, oh, okay,
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
seeing spirits.
Commander Gonzalez, well, this has been nice and all, but
Lift your head, Chrono. Just the most grab shoulder. Fucking collect yourself, goddammit.
Wallace grabs Wallace's shoulder. Slap me now.
Are you sure about that?
Slap me now.
Alright, I'm slapping him.
All
All
right.
right.
Roll me
Slap.
roll me damage. No,
Oh, fuck.
no, I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with roleplay. We're in.
Okay. Fucking does the stomp slap. Just fucking sends his ass flying.
Can you imagine? You just look at you and just go, I need to start working on things in a second here, but I'll get back with the rest of your group soon enough. But I do want to let you know, Mollis, you're not alone. Your hive's been watching over you the whole time.
No.
And it would kind of sink in on you that in the past you've kind of felt like you could see sometimes, like some of your old Greeker friends, like the people that trained you or the people you fought alongside, or hell, even the fucking chieftain. But you never you always just kind of chalked it up to it's probably just my imagination.
Yeah.
You start to realize you've been seeing them the whole time. That wasn't your imagination.
Can I see? Oh, okay. Oh, I see dead people.
Yeah.
Chrono just kind of studies you, Mollis, and he says, "Need me to slap
What?
you too?"
What Chrono would be seeing is all like, because Mollis' hood is down, so all like 8 of his eyes are moving. Like I'm looking around as it's just that slow, like, oh fuck, oh fuck, there's a lot of people here. Oh fuck.
Yep.
So you just have.
As,
He does seriously hold his hand up and says, "Need me to slap you too?"
I just had something confirmed that it wasn't my imagination.
And that is?
There's that like slight. Oh boy, here we go. I was also, well, it's not a large range, but I've seen them normally around me. Not too far, but I can see them if they're close enough. About
Well.
10 feet.
Weirdly enough, it sounds like you've gotten a bit of a connection to the dead. But considering from my visual representation that I can see of you, you've already died once, so that might explain it.
Yeah. And considering the way things chalk up normally in fights, I don't think it'll be the last.
Well, just stay safe. I've got to get working on things now, but take care of yourself.
By the way, Reed, what were you about to say earlier? I think I cut you off. I'm
You
sorry.
have your oh my god, you have your girlfriend in your head.
I've got my whole goddamn like dead like clan with
So that
me.
mean-
God fucking damn.
Oh my god, it's like, you know what it is? You know what it is? It's like fucking Pip from Hellsing.
Oh my god, you're right.
Oh man.
Now
Okay.
you need to you need to figure out how to talk to her, because that would be hilarious.
I do want to. I do kind of want to figure something out. I
You
mean,
need to get a medium.
Chrono
Yeah,
is
yeah.
celestial. That's probably not too far off in spirits. Probably.
So,
Like one neighborhood over, maybe.
you want to know a fun fact about this, by the way?
Oh boy.
I'm just gonna put it out there, and this is not a confirmation, but just keep in mind there's a guy who's been able to see spirits from day one with you guys. He's actively with you guys.
Wait.
Oh yeah, that
Who?
checks.
Wait,
The
yeah,
dead, the
Shindayo.
dead
Oh wait,
guy.
Shindayo?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Shindayo, the guy of death.
He's
No one ever
yeah.
asked.
And he
Yeah.
never mentioned that.
You never asked.
Why would he? As mentioned
gonna-
before, he's not the guy to talk.
You know what? God, the second Usagi finds out about this, he's gonna ask Shindayo if there's any hanging around him
That's fair, dude. That's
that he
fair.
doesn't know about.
Wait, I've realized now I can look for things. Oh god, wait, no, True Sight's fucky.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. The
God.
one thing I will say, you can't see Mollis cannot see the girl that Chrono has. And that is probably because that spirit is not dead. It is still connected to a soul.
Yeah, that's fair.
But
All my people are dead. They
She's
dead
all in
as
his
fuck.
head.
before we go any further, Ublex, we're kind of traveling back a little bit. Like the others had just went into like the room. Before they start coming out and all that, like as they start beginning their talk, roll me a history check, and with
Oh,
advantage, by
damn.
the way.
Oh boy.
Advantage?
With advantage.
Oh my god.
Wow, much braining. Heavy
Much
brain
brain.
movements. Oh fuck.
I
Would you
got
get-
12 with advantage.
That's actually okay, because you do meet the DC. So,
Oh, thank god.
do you want me to do this in a private VC, or do you want me to do it here?
Oh, let's do it here.
Okay. So, your memory, as they like, start going away, your memory starts to get rejogged almost by this atmosphere. And not just by the atmosphere, but by that guy's face, Commander Gonzalez. Something about him has felt so familiar. And throughout that food fight, it felt more and more familiar as it went on. Like, you've done this before. Like, anybody's done a food fight, right? But it felt different. It felt like this is something you've done with this guy before. The more you start to think about it, the more you start to remember you used to know this guy. You can remember having conversations with Commander Gonzalez, funny enough, before he was a commander. You remember, like, going and, like, having talks with him, just, like, at coffee shops, or talking about, like, work, talking about all sorts of just random subjects. And I'm gonna have you roll me one more history check real quick, with advantage again.
Okay. Oh yeah, Spectre baby. I got a 17.
All right. So, with that 17, you start to realize something else that's starting to flow into your mind. You've fought with him before.
Huh?
What?
You remember this really random memory. And it's still kind of fuzzy. You can't really quite make out the background. And you can't really quite make out the other allies that was with you at the time. But they were very unique looking people. But you can seem to make out Gonzalez. And you, from this little bit, you can remember just being surrounded by Navy at the time. And behind you guys are like basically back to back. But in the center of you guys were protecting something. But you don't remember what.
Hey,
That's the
Gonzalez.
last thing you remember.
Oh, what the fuck?
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo, I know this guy, I think.
Yeah?
Hey, Gonzalez!
Oh,
you
we
missed
back
your
in
name.
college.
Yeah. You would,
God.
to give you some more ideas on the combat bit, because this might give you an idea on how you used to fight and how he used to fight. You would see that he used to swing his chains around, like cleaving, like through crowds, essentially.
Silas from League of Legends.
Kinda, yeah. He would basically like swing his chains, like hitting like 5 to 7 people at a time, like normally knocking them back unless they were like a way bigger guy. Sometimes you would see where he would like disarm people by whipping the chains around their arm and then yanking it down to knock it like the weapon out of their hand, things like that. Whereas you would see for yourself, you remember you used to cast some pretty heavy hitting spells. And you used to have books and orbs floating around you. You never held any of your arcane focuses, but you had like multiple orbs and tomes floating around you. And you could remember casting things like I'm talking like 9th level spells. You can remember casting things like Fireball. You can remember casting like literally 9th level, just like that's just a small example. But you get the idea, like these really strong spells. You can remember making an arcane cage, trapping like 50 fucking people in it, so they couldn't move anywhere. Literally call it a soul cage.
Wait, that's so cool.
Yeah, you can remember being able to do all these things, and counting on how Ublex as a character would see it, I don't know if they see this as, man, I lost kind of my own strength to a degree. What the fuck happened? But you remember being stronger than before.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Damn, I'm gonna have to talk to Mr. Gonzalez privately.
Wizard Arc win.
So it appears that Usagi is literally the only one that is like normal, relatively speaking.
Normal, quote unquote.
He's
But
not.
yeah.
He has no horribly traumatic. His backstory isn't anywhere near as traumatic.
Well,
as any of the rest of these people.
I mean,
He just wants money.
You've got your own trauma shit. If
Yeah,
I
but not as much,
Yeah.
and also it hasn't come up yet.
It's a different type of trauma.
We can fix that.
We can make the job for
Fix
you.
it in the moment, baby. Right. So
Remind me to send you a more in-depth backstory later.
Heck yeah. I've got some actually like some canon stuff that I kind of built into it, so I'll send you that. And then if you want, you can just build off that. That might help. Because I'd hate for like a story clash problem to come into play.
Please
That'd
do.
probably be smart. Yeah, let me do that. Because I'm going to be honest, I'm that person that if you don't send me like a fully detailed background, I just type in the rest myself. So...
Yeah, it's fine, but then I still need to know that. Anyway.
Gotcha, yeah. I'll let you know on the rest of that a little bit there. Okay, so fun little fact, the moth lady stands up and she stabs you. She doesn't do that.
Oh my god.
I'm joking, don't worry.
God.
Yeah, I don't know if you plan to keep talking to her or what, but I mean like in between everybody else doing their talks and Ublex going through a surge of memories, which by the way, Vrozelk is just kind of standing there like looking up and I'm like, are you okay? You good? You seem lost in thought there, buddy.
Dad, my brain's so fucked right now. You know how like you actually don't know me that much, but like I'm not. I just gained sentience like a couple months ago. I didn't even know about a past life before this or anything. I think I might have, and I'm getting all these memories that I don't know what the fuck to do.
Oh, you reincarnated?
I got reincarnated as a slime.
Damn! Oh man, you see him just kind of go like after that damn, you see him just go quiet for a second and then just go. Feel like that's already a thing somewhere though.
Damn it.
But yeah. I don't know if you plan on talking anymore with the moth person you talking. Otherwise, she'll probably start like getting up and going doing stuff because at the end of the day, she still has to prep for the raid like everybody else.
I'm just gonna let her do that because I have other things I should be looking for instead.
That's fair. What else are you looking for here?
I was going to sell those silver coins, but the problem is I haven't had. I feel like revolutionaries wouldn't have a lot of money to spare for that.
No, a lot of their money's pretty tight right now. You're best
Noted.
off selling. Are you talking about like those silver coins that you found on the Forgotten Island?
That's correct. That's correct.
This is just a tip of advice, but your best shot getting the best discount, which I think Gimo told you about it, was like going to a museum and trying to sell it to them, to like the owner.
Yeah, but I haven't seen any of those yet.
This is true, though. You might be able to find one in the capital if you look around, because
Noted.
it's a pretty damn big place.
Noted. Anyway, at this point, this is probably a long shot, and I doubt they have one here, but Usaga's looking for a brothel. Damn it.
What the hell, Usagi?
So yeah, you can head
Somebody
out
has to be the. Listen, this session has been like super serious for like, the last hour and a half. Somebody has to provide the laughs, and it's going to be me.
Okay, fair enough. Let me see if there's a brothel here, because there is always like. Well, I didn't have one planned. I will be honest that because of these like next two places, I didn't really plan any buildings. What I'm doing is I'm just winging shit right now. I have stories planned. I don't have buildings planned, but that's where being a DM comes into play. Yippee! So I'm gonna roll because I know for sure capital is like a guarantee. You can find just about anything there. Both of this being a little bit of a smaller town, but still be kind of like a bigger town than the rest, considering it is like the town beside the capital. There's still a good shot. So I'll roll. Holy shit, that's a nat 20. Let me roll something. Is it like a everyday brothel, or is it a Durla brothel? Because those are very different.
A what now?
A Durla brothel. The Durla.
What the hell does that mean?
So this is something that's canon not just in my world, but also in Acrid's world. Brothels were in our world into a very specific race-made brothels, which was the Durla.
What?
Yeah.
And
What the fuck is a Durla?
The Durla are displacer beast people, but they're Kitsune-esque. So they have very human bodies, but they still have the forearms. They have like the two tails. They can have 1 to 2 tails. They can have they have like the ears, but they can transform into a literal displacer beast. So,
Oh sweet god.
Yeah, they're terrifying. They can also quad wield, so be careful.
That. Oh good.
I literally play as a displacer insanity campaign. I play as a jester.
Oh boy. Okay.
Durla's
I'm very familiar with that.
usually vehemently run the most like upfront on how much of a brothel it is.
Yes.
Type brothels. There's no subtlety. They do not give a damn.
Yeah, there's
He's
just
not
normally, yeah, there's normally more
Oh,
tucked
boy.
up, like in like back alleys, just because sometimes a lot of places in the public areas would just be like, no, stop showing. We don't need that here.
So
But you did find one. It is not a Darla Tavern. Whether that's
well.
lucky or not is up to you to decide. Now I know if I remember correctly, Yusaki would really only care about the fuzzy people.
that's correct. Yes.
So I am not even gonna bother grabbing human people. I'm going to roll to see how many fuzzy people are actually dancing here. Granted, fuzzy people aren't as common in the desert, so keep that in mind. But I can guarantee you, at least there would not be
for obvious
zero.
reasons.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
I
for
can
obvious
imagine.
But since it's not 20, I will say there is at least guaranteed to be one. So
Yes.
I will roll. Let me grab the images. I am only going to show them up on OBS if you actually interact with one of them, because I feel like that makes the most sense, because otherwise I'm just having to
Correct.
speed run do stuff at the same time. So you're going to
Correct.
see 3 people. I will describe them though.
Good.
The first one you would see is this, like, you see this, like, Lupin person, which might be
Oh.
more Anubai-esque, which is a separate race. They're more like desert Lupins, essentially. So it's like a way lighter fur coat, like a lot more breathable in the desert.
Okay.
But you can see that she's actively dancing in this tavern. I want to mention you never saw the sign of this place. But she, you know,
What
there's
is
like
the
a bunch
si-
of
wait, what's
poles
the
and
sign?
stages. You want to look at the sign?
Yes.
So you look at the sign and it says poles and plus.
What the heck?
It sounds like a
does that mean?
store, but it's a tavern.
Poles
Huh.
and plus.
Poles and plus.
What does the plus mean?
So when you walk in, you'll
now I'm
understand. 'cause
curious.
when you walk in, right? I think it'll
Yeah.
make a lot more sense. Because normally a lot of more of these, like, you know, brothel ones, they're like, it's more like, okay, well, you go in, you see a dance, you know, that's like it, you know.
Yeah.
This one's more of like, all right, well, you can see them dancing if they come over, if you like call them out after they're done and all that, and they're, you know, not taking a break or anything, but they're just kind of like walking around and like do job and all that, but they're not performing. They have rooms where you can do things. That's where the
Oh,
plus
boy.
comes into play. Granted, it'll cost you more money. Cost you money because
I have
They're going the
350
extra
gold
mile.
lying around, buddy. That's probably enough to get me something.
fair enough. But yeah, you see this like Anubai with this like dark, like like charcoal, like colored fur, black hair that kind of goes like halfway down the back, a red crop top, and like essentially like it is a lot of this is very desert-esque type of clothing, but it's kind of like a red.
Figured.
Hmm?
Okay, figured.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's like a red cloth that kind of like covers over essentially the lower half of her body. I'm blanking on the name. It's technically not a tarp, but and then just like a
That's
bunch of
also-
golden jewelry, just like on the wrist, on the necklace, even on the ankles.
The gold jewelry is a plus. Damn.
Yeah, no, I mean that's fair. That's fair. And there is one other, if I remember correctly. I just need to grab myself an image real quick. I'm gonna be completely blunt and honest about this, because again, we improvise here, baby. That's what we do. That's what we do. You know what?
Oh, boy,
Nah.
here we go.
You know what? Nah, fuck you. You don't need
What?
an image for this one. Okay.
What?
So here's what you're gonna see, because I wouldn't be able to find an image for this one. You're gonna see a Darla. There is a Darla, very similar clothing to what she's wearing. But essentially, you can see that there's also a Darla performing. So similar body type, where it's that way more like hourglass type of body type. The legs for both of these people are definitely way more muscular, probably because, gonna be honest, if you've ever tried pole dancing, it takes an obscene amount of
I
strength
can
in your
imagine.
legs. Yeah, it takes a lot of strength in your legs and your core, if I remember correctly. So these people are pretty buff in those areas. But yeah, I mean, like, it's similar clothing. A lot of the people here are wearing that similar, like, red, except, like, the Darla's wearing more of, like, a blue. A lot of them are wearing these, like, golden jewelry, that sort of stuff. But yeah, that's, like, the main difference that, like, you have the choice between a Lupin and a
They have,
Darla.
like, Do they have like the freaking weird tendrils that displacer beasts have, or is that just a?
Yes, they do. They come from the back. That's actually something Rio has.
right.
I, by the way, let me
That's a legitimate question.
let me grab a picture of Rio actually, and you can get an understanding. Because Rio has those, because he is a Durla person. So let me grab it, because I got a commission done recently by The Lonely Goblin. Go check her out. She's a good friend of mine. Draws a lot of our art here. Let me grab, where is the D&D PCs? There she is. So I don't know if you can actually see the tendrils in this picture now that I think about it. So I'm going to send that, and I'm also going to send the thumbnail for the Sanity campaign, because I know you can see it in that. Granted, it's a lot more simplified down. That was the old design before things changed a bit for him, because he got different clothing and all that. But they do have, like, the two tentacles that kind of come from the back. The person didn't really know how to draw tentacles at the time, so they were trying their best.
Okay.
But, yeah, they do have the tentacles that come from the back, essentially.
Okay.
That's my guy on the right.
Now the real question.
Yeah,
choices.
Fun fact: that
What?
giant monster in the clip of Ryu, and then John in the back running for his fucking life. I've canonized that giant arm beast.
Yep, that's
It's way bigger than that normal ones.
Yep.
For no godly reason.
Hell yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh, man.
So whenever that fucker shows up, go check it out on Sanity.
Choices. Real. You know what? Fuck it. He's been, screw it. He's been waiting to attempt this for an entire month. It is ridiculous. He's going to put real quick. There's not a price list anywhere, is there?
No, because it's more arbitrary towards the dancers, which is fair because they're the ones that champion.
Yeah, I figured. Yeah, I figured. Okay.
One thing I will put out there for you to kind of make it a little bit easier on you. Normally, the more they like the client, the less they'll charge.
That doesn't help me, considering I've never met either of these people.
Yeah, that's where, like, persuasion and stuff kind of come into play. Because, like, let's be honest, a lot of people here normally don't show up more than once, except, like, some people. But let's be honest, a lot of people normally wouldn't want to risk their reputation. Because brothels at the end of the day.
Good thing he doesn't care about that.
Yep.
We're not going to be here that long, are we?
I mean, you'll probably be in Mage Shade for literally the day, and then you'll head out the next day to go to the capital.
Alright, okay. Time to throw possibly way too much money on something incredibly stupid.
Possibly.
Because what is being a sleazeball thief without doing that?
Hell yeah. Also, quick reminder, keep in mind, you guys do not have access to your funds because that is left on the ship. So,
I figured that, but once we get to a museum, I will have a lot more.
That's true.
So I do not feel bad about any of this.
Fair enough.
Anyway, while there's a break, I'm going to slide. You know what? 200 gold.
Okay.
A bag of 200 gold over to the Durla.
Yeah, so you slide 200 rupees over to this, like, Durla.
Yep.
She's kind of just like, it's that thing of, like, some performers are still performing on, like, a different area of the stage. But normally what these performers will do is they'll kind of just, like, they'll just kind of hang out on the stage and just kind of, like, sit on the edge normally. To kind of relax. To take that time to catch their breath. Unless they're on a proper break. So, yeah.
I'm gonna be
I'm
gonna be honest, I half expected you to just say both, Reed.
I thought of that, but But actually, no, you've given me an worse idea.
Do you have the money?
This is the worst idea, but
Let's watch a man die by sex.
if this is how Usagi kicks the bucket, I will have no regrets.
I can't wait for him to ask for a nat 20 on his persuasion.
and then it immediately hits him with a nat 1.
Gamblers
If
dice
that
is a
happens,
thing.
I swear to God. No, you know what?
Funny.
Actually. You know what? I'm just gonna retcon that slightly.
Oh boy.
I need to do some math.
Okay, you're doing your math. I got you, man. I got you. Take your time. Take your time. You got it.
While you're doing math, quick side note,
Uh-huh.
something I forgot to say to Gonzalez when we were wrapping up.
Mhm.
He'll probably just mention something like when he and Molly are walking out that, by the way, I'm gonna make sure your friend's free soon. Count on that.
I appreciate that.
And Mollis is just gonna see Chrono just kind of walk over to one of the empty tables in the cafeteria, just kind of collapse on it, arms scattered, and just make it like the biggest, okay, kind of sound. And that's where he's at.
And by this point, Usagi's already long gone.
Yep.
Mollis.
All right, that's it. 2
Chrono
bags,
the process.
175 gold each.
Okay. I mean, that'll definitely get them to, like, kind of like... I'd say they're both, just for the sake of it, I'll say that they're both on break at the time. Just so you can have your thing. Yeah. They would both kind of just, like, hop off the stage. And just kind of give you that look of, like, are we going? Is this what's about? Are we about to do this?
It's a lot
Yes.
of money.
Alright. They give you a nut. They lead you to a room.
Oh.
So here's what we're gonna do. You've
boy, here we go.
essentially accentuated. I never thought I'd have to say this in the Rum and Harbor. You've accentuated a threesome.
I expected this shit in the Katsu campaign, not this fucking
Yeah.
campaign. God
Oh
damn
my
it.
god.
We had a
That's when you-
literal.
I love my life.
Before this campaign, we literally had a thing called the brothel campaign,
Oh,
where I
good lord.
ran a brothel as a character.
Why
And
did
this
you not
never
expect
happened.
me to do this?
Bro's trying to breed like a rabbit.
Oh man, so here's what
I
we're
have
gonna
been.
do. Yeah.
There's some easy jokes I could make here, but I'll let Nits finish talking first.
Okay, so here's what you're gonna do. You're going to roll me 2 things. You're gonna roll me a performance check, and then you're gonna roll me a con save.
That one is sex, that one is sex, that one is sex, that one is sex.
All right, here we go. +4 per performance.
Gambler's dice is a thing.
23.
Nice. I'm also gonna let you know the one stipulation about gambler's dice. You gotta use them before you roll. So just a heads up.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, but I don't have any stacked up though.
Yep. You haven't used any yet, so. But yeah, I'm just throwing it
Oh,
out there because
right.
we've been mentioning it multiple times now at this point.
I hadn't
You
even
know,
thought. Yeah, I hadn't even thought about that. But 23 is very good.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, 23.
Right.
You have the best sex of your life, man. You've never had.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Dude, Nekomadas is like mediocre. This is where it's at, man. Like you feel like at a moment, like you're like, man, fuck Nekomata, am I right?
Well, I mean, no.
yeah. Okay, and what about the
now you roll
concept?
that concept. I'm not going to use a gambler's die for this because if I get a nat 1, it will be hilarious.
All right. Come on, man. Let's see what you get.
Please, 2 levels of exhaustion.
Oh my god.
What'd you get?
I got a nat 1.
Alright. I'm gonna roll something. I have a chart for this, since I saw this eventually would happen. Alright.
Oh my fucking god, really? That was a joke. How the fuck did I get a nat 1 on that? Are you kidding me?
Manifestation is real.
Holy shit! How? The fuck did that happen? What the hell? That's
Going
amazing!
to get like 3 levels of exhaustion. He's about to die.
Alright.
My life.
Alright. I'm gonna roll something.
Worth it!
So I have a thing. I have a d6. Each thing has a different outcome. I'm gonna roll this.
He's gonna break my fucking. They're gonna break my fucking pelvis, aren't they?
If you get a nat 1, there's a possibility.
Oh god. Okay.
Oh.
Let's roll. Luckily, you didn't get a nat 1.
What did I
because
get?
that would have been a major injury.
Worth it.
But
Worth it.
you don't know what's happened. Right now, you feel fine. Don't worry about
It's a disease, isn't it? I'm sorry, that's what I thought. That's the first thing I thought
Fatherhood.
of.
Who knows? Who knows?
Oh no.
It could be
Oh, sweet
anything.
God.
But right now, if
Oh, that's
anything did
terrifying.
happen, as far as Usagi knows, nothing's happened. This was the best sex he's ever had.
Oh, sweet Christ, God.
All right.
Now I'm terrified.
Good.
You know, Reed, you said you wanted to help lighten up the seriousness. That's one way to do it.
Yep.
Oh, man.
There is.
Oh no.
I really hope. There's a thing I hope is on that chart, and if it is, I will fucking die laughing.
Oh
Oh.
man.
Now I'm down to 6 gold.
Yeah,
It was worth it.
worth it.
Worth
man.
every second.
It
of
was. It was.
Best
It really
sex.
was.
Best sex ever.
Okay, there's like a few things that it could possibly be, and I'm not. None of them are good.
It's fair.
This is a stupid question. This is a stupid question. How do they have alimony laws or anything?
Perchance. They still have the normal everyday laws.
The only problem is, well,
It's a little bit hard to apply laws to a guy who's on the run, though.
Yeah, exactly. Oh no, I'm gonna have more than one X chasing after me. Oh, fuck!
Oh man.
No, please! Oh no!
Hey. Usagi,
What?
as you start making your way back to the
Yeah?
alley,
Uh-oh.
you
It's like
just
a fire.
you don't know why, but you just have this really, really bad feeling.
Uh-oh.
I don't know, man. Like, you know, something about just, you know, when you know something's gone wrong, but you don't quite know what.
Oh no.
You've just got that feeling right now. So, I'm just gonna let that simmer with you.
Oh god, one of them's an undercover cop.
You don't know. Oh man, but yeah,
Oh god, how long is it gonna be before I find this out?
like it,
Oh,
it just
no.
kind of like hits your head for a little bit, and then you're like, man, that was good sex, and you go right back to thinking about that.
Oh boy.
Oh man, but yeah, there you go. You got to do your
Worth
thing. Aren't you
it.
so happy?
Yep. Yeah, although I'm slightly scared.
Oh, don't worry about it, buddy.
Hey,
No, I'm
just
scared
on
of
the
doing
side.
sex.
Hey,
No,
Nit,
just remembering.
I'm making a note of the timestamp right now. I might edit this later.
I appreciate it. It's,
Oh, sweet God.
2:42:01.
All right. Oh, oh, wonderful. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're
I
welcome.
Oh,
just
sweet
remembered.
god.
You
Oh,
goblin diced one of my fucking nat 20s.
man. The goblin dice only
Should have
happens if
used
you roll
the-
on that 20. That
Oh,
is
I
like
should have
useless.
used. I
That was
should
the funniest shit.
Goblin
should have
that
used
for
a
me,
gambling
I'm just
die.
wondering
Oh
if
That was
that
the
god.
funniest shit of my life.
I should have used a gambling die.
Oh man.
I'm just gonna say this. I really hope on that chart is just nothing. And this whole time, you got nothing. But Nit is really gonna hype up just how fucked Usagi is.
That really is something I would do.
But
But
it's
you don't know.
it's just player trauma.
Is
Our
it
character's fine.
actually something, or is it just?
You
I
don't
can't
know.
answer that.
You
I-
don't know, bitch.
I'm the person, I'm the DM that I will either send a Titan your way, or I'll just go hee hee and there's like a butterfly.
Yeah, as proven. I died to a goddamn Titan at level 2.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
But now look on the bright side. Character development.
Uh-huh. What's left of
Listen,
it?
Yippee.
listen, if he
Hmm?
if he hasn't given up his philandering after having a cop that he dated once chase him all across the world, it'll be a little difficult to get him to stop any other way.
That's fair.
It'll have to be something horrible.
We'll see what
Um,
happens.
no.
Issa and Acrid, are you guys about to do anything, or?
I want to talk
Right.
to Gonzalez.
That's valid.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
You should do that right now.
Yeah,
Now,
so-
Hey,
do it
Gonzalez.
now.
Okay, damn, don't do it.
Alright, so you grab Vrazelk out while you're already on him and just kind of shake him and just go, like point towards the door, and he just starts, as he is your essentially your mobility, he walks over for you to his door and knocks on the door for you.
Oh damn, what the?
You see Gonzalez just unlocks it for you and opens the door and just goes, "How can I help you?"
Hey, Gonzalez. I have a few questions for you. I know you don't know me. I mean, like, maybe you have. Yeah, I have a few questions if you don't mind.
Sure. Yeah, I come in. I'll close the door behind you. I'll see what I can help with.
I'm gonna come in and just like blob myself to his height.
I don't know why, but I just remembered Ublex like slithering under the fucking door and just glooping against it to shut it. And
Imagine.
just, most like fucking what demon has just entered my fucking room?
Yeah, basically, Vrazelk would like let you like get off him so you can go into that like more. Are you going? What form are you using?
Thank you, Razo. I'll
Are you-
probably go into a human man form.
Alright. Yeah, you go into that form, and Vrazelk would just close the door behind you so you don't have to. You just stand there like a fucking bouncer would at the door.
Damn.
But yeah, he would just kind of like gesture towards you and just go, "Have a seat. What you need?"
So I'm a blue slime. You've never seen any of these before. I get that from everybody, okay? So,
Yeah.
I regained sentience. I gained sentience like not too long ago, like a couple months ago, and I don't know where I come from, what I am, but I get these memories sometimes. Do you have like a lost, maybe like a strong wizard crewmate? I don't know, man.
We had someone. Did you run into a wizard? Why are you specifically saying like a crewmate with me? we
I
don't
got
really have crewmates,
memories
right?
of you. I vividly remember being with you and being surrounded by Navy folk. It was kind of like an intense battle. We were protecting something, but maybe it's just like a dream. Maybe it's nothing real. It's just like I'd be getting these memories from time to time.
You kind of like narrow his eyes a little, though you can't really see it because of the shades, but you can see like the skin kind of crinkle in a little bit essentially. And you see him just kind of go, as far as I know, I haven't fought beside a, blue slime.
I wasn't a slime. I wasn't a blue slime. I was maybe human. Maybe I had these tones. I wasn't touching like any artifacts. So I cast a fireball or something in this memory. And then like I cast this soul cage, I think. It was just a cage that holds a bunch of people. But we were protecting something.
He would actually kind of just like stand there for a bit, and you can see like it is him kind of processing his thoughts, and he would just go, "You said, if I remember right, you came of sentience somewhat recently."
Yes. So pretty recently.
I'm honestly wondering, either you are somehow a good friend of mine, and I think I know who you might be if you are, or you've somehow gained his memories.
Yeah, I remember not being a slime in these memories or something, and
Just,
I remember talking to you before you were a captain.
Huh. Jog my memory a little. Do you remember anything about that mission besides just the fight?
No, I just remember being surrounded by Navy.
It's happened a few
Walking
times.
back, and we were like protecting something in the middle of us. I remember you mostly. We had other crewmates around this thing in the middle, and we were just like protecting it.
You would see him kind of go silent. And you'd see him reach for essentially what looks like you guys have seen essentially the walkie-talkie that they've had before, but you would see something that's shaped similarly to it, but it seems to be a bit bulkier. It is this like box, this like pretty bulky box they had like on his desk, but sort of the walkie-talkie, there's like something similarly shaped to that's like connected onto it on the top. You would see him grab that and just basically tap 3 specific numbers onto it. 315. And you could hear the speakers in the area begin to work. So anybody in the facility will hear this. I'd say Usagi, you are just making your way in, so you kind of hear this. It would just be muffled a little. You would hear him go, "The Arcane Guardian has been located."
Oh.
What does that mean?
He's back. And you can just hear, like, normally it's like a little loud even outside of this room. Like, normally you can hear people talking in that cafeteria. You can hear everyone go fucking silent.
Chrono looks up.
Usagi, you were at the elevator. You see the orc. You haven't gotten in the elevator yet. The orc isn't opening the gate. He's just standing there kind of shocked.
Shocked at what?
The announcement.
Announcement of what?
The Arcane Guardian has been located.
The what now?
Mm-hmm.
That's the leader of the revolutionaries, if my memory's correct.
Is one of the two.
Yeah.
Boy.
He would just go, "We found them. They're not in the same condition, but we found them. They're alive."
Well, same condition? What does that mean exactly?
Wait a minute.
You
It's
can
just almost
hear-
like the slow wait a fucking minute. Wallace looks back towards the fucking captain's area, the commander, and just sees Brazo just standing there.
Yeah, he's
So
pretty damn
yeah.
confused.
Wallace it's that thing of Wallace is piecing it together. You're like, wait a fucking minute.
Yeah. You can hear an uproar from the crowd, from this group of soldiers.
Oh, my ears.
And it is a massive amount of just cheering. For Usagi, you see the orc kind of just smile. And then open the door. Get in.
Hey? Right? Look at him like...
I don't know what any of this means.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make you roll a dex save. You just hold on to the bars, you won't die. But you'll start making your way down back to the others. He would look back to you after hanging that up and just go, "I'm guessing you don't have all your memories, from my understanding, if you can't even remember the mission."
I can't recall anything. I don't even remember all these people. I don't even know my real name. I'm going off of Ublex.
Oh!
Oh my god.
Oh, I just put it together.
Holy shit, really?
He would
Holy
just go,
shit, what?
How did I put that together first? What the hell?
Oh my god.
So he would just go, you were on a mission with me and a few others, and to be quite frank, things went south pretty quick. We were looking for a very specific book that apparently the Navy had gotten a hold of. you were always more of knowledge meant more. You weren't that... Oh, right. I've got a lot to fill you up on. Right. I know people call you a leader. Let's get this straight out of the way. Your ranks, you weren't an actual leader, but you were essentially the right-hand man of the man running the Revolutionary Army. You were his strategist.
What?
It seems this has taken a bigger toll than what I was hoping it would have. When I last saw you, the last thing I saw was a literal explosion. And then you were gone. And I barely came out alive.
Oh.
Oh.
And seeing you in this form, I'm not surprised. That book was a lot more dangerous than what we thought, and I think also more dangerous than what the Navy thought. They found something that shouldn't have been found. And I'm imagining they hadn't opened it, because when we opened it, that was catastrophic. I'll be frank. I'll fill you in. Right. So... Oh boy.
What's my name?
Your name?
Did I have family? Did I have a kid?
Yeah. I'll be honest, I personally never got to learn your name. A lot of us was told to keep your name under wraps, so we always called you by the Arcanic Guardian. But the leader would know your name. I can contact him. I don't know where he's at right now, but we can try and get you to a country where he's at. I can get you a post and you can go meet with him. Right. This is a shock. This caught me off guard. Shit. That book. That was an Eldritch book. Your patron and you were both interested. Before you were a wizard, I see that you've kind of somewhat changed your ways of fighting. I mean, you're relying less on intellect. So I don't know how good a strategist you'll be.
I'm smart enough.
You are. I'm not calling you an idiot, but I don't know what you've been dissolved down to. There's a thing that's definitely the reason. When we opened that book, the explosion happened, obviously, but I can very fuzzily remember seeing some sort of... I'm going to be quite honest, as much as I love to call it demonic, that was definitely an aberration. I've learned the name of that eldritch horror that we saw. Apparently we unleashed something on the world that should have stayed hidden. From what I know, its name is Gistendor. Some type of slime creature, teeth in every direction and eyes covering its entire body. It was... It's becoming a problem. Everyone's on the look for it, not just the Navy, but us too. Hell, they're sending out adventurers from the guilds trying to find it. Because it's creating monsters and it's unleashing it on the world. Hell, some of those monsters are changing literal island terrain. We found an island that's been completely turned into slime now. If it gets to live here for too long, it might kill the world. This is possibly world-ending. Granted, it would take a long time. They're estimating a year.
What?
If it gets lived longer than a year, we might be fucked. But we're doing what we can. And seeing that it's turned you into, well, this, I'm guessing this is either, according to whatever the fuck that thing is, either a blessing or a curse, and I don't quite know which. We need to find that book. there might be information on how we can stop it, but we've been looking for, I'm going to be honest, quite some time now. Fuck. On the good side, we know you're alive at least. We've had people searching. Right, I should send out a letter to your crew. I should do that. I should let them know. Now I should also send out the agents on your ship about that.
I don't what?
Yes. We've been dispersing spies onto pirate ships
I
to
feel
try
so
and
weak.
find you. We didn't know what had happened to you. So, we tried everything. We didn't know.
I remember. I don't know if this helps, but I remember my first thing I remember being as a slime is waking up on the beach.
You woke up.
Sand. Like I was washed up.
You don't remember anything past that, huh?
No. And then I found these people and I've been traveling with them since. They've been real nice to me.
That explosion. I'm gonna be frank. I didn't think you were going to be found. It's been maybe 15 years?
What?
It's been a while.
Oh my god. I'm like,
Old.
how old am I?
Well, you were in like your late 20s, I think, at that time. So,
Holy shit.
I mean, granted, this change has probably slowed heavily your progression. I mean, I don't think slimes age, but I mean, technically speaking, you're probably like late 30s, maybe 37, around there.
Damn. Who's like so?
Who just looked at you and just kind of go, your wife, right? Your wife. Fuck. Right. I should tell you. I'm gonna level with you here. Your wife is dead.
I'm just now learning that I had a wife and what about my kid?
So, to be frank, we tried our best to always keep our headquarters hidden, but within the last 3 years, they managed to find one of our headquarters, and she got caught in the crossfire. Your kid is still alive, but
Okay.
he is MIA right now. We don't know what's happened to him, but we do know he's alive. Last time we saw him.
Yeah. Shit. Yeah.
I'm sorry I had to be the one to deliver the news.
My wife is dead. That's not like. Why haven't? Oh shit! This is a lot of information for me and you.
Yeah, nah, I figured. I figured. You just go. Well,
God damn.
I guess probably don't let the Navy know that you're what you are for now. If they find out, your bounty's gonna skyrocket again. Right now,
I'm
that's the
currently
only thing.
scared.
Yeah.
I'm scared of like people wanting to try to capture me right now, like monster hunters. I didn't know about all of this. I just thought people think blue slime is rare, so I'm kind of scared of being taken away. You know.
I mean,
I'm not as strong as I used to be, apparently.
From what I can tell, because I've heard about some of your fights, you're definitely not.
It's so embarrassing.
I'm not trying to be mean, just being honest.
Maybe Mollus's advice to continue being the ship pet will actually work.
Yeah.
That'll be for the best.
You just go. If the Navy finds out that you're who you are, I'm going to be honest, you might regain your old bounty or even get a higher bounty now. And your old bounty was, I think at the time, that was 25 years ago, that might have been 400,000 rupees, something like that.
Wow.
It was.
Oh, it's
like,
that much of a
almost
big
half
deal?
I mean,
What
yes,
the-
you were the right-hand man, the strategist of the Revolutionary Army's, person. Sure, you weren't the hardest hitting of his, main squad, but you were the one that, at the end of the day, chose what people were handled in what area, what squads were sent to what countries. And you were also known for your intel. Granted, the boss now has quite a heavy part on his head, too. He's known as the Bull now. Right now, he's sitting at a good 4 billion rupees. It's quite the difference.
Holy shit. I don't know how to get out of slime form.
Do you...
It's just I can change my shape. I can be a man, woman, whatever, I don't know. Try to be a wolf.
I have a random thought, and I don't know if you want to change. If you want to become your old self. But, there is a man that I've heard of. I can't guarantee he can change it, for sure. You can find him in the Hell-Chained Islands, last time I heard. But he moves every now and then, so there's a shot you might be able to find him earlier or later, or on your way to there. But he's known as the Hell's Cleric.
Oh shit.
From what I understand, rumor has it he's survived several worlds in destruction. And he's quite a powerful cleric, from my understanding. From
Do you think he can change
slaying
me?
a little demon king
Oh,
to
what?
fixing curses. I think he might be able to help. But again, these are rumors. I can't confirm if they're true.
I'm gonna go out to find him. Do you have any photos of me and what I looked like back then, or no?
I don't.
No bounty poster? Maybe old bounty poster?
I could try to find a bounty poster. I'd say give me a bit of time. Give me a little bit of time to be able to try and find a bounty poster. And when I find it, I can actually ship it your way.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
It's good seeing you again.
It's good seeing you, even though I don't have all my memories. But a certain part of me feels relieved.
Well, at least you know at the end of the day, you'll not having any memories is justified.
Maybe I'll regain my memories one day and realize and remember that you, my crew, everyone. This is all so much.
Man, this is a lot for the both of us, I feel like. I didn't expect this either. I've got a fucking raid to plan for. Right, I'll have one of the people. I'll do it here. I'll get you a North Post real quick. You can try and meet the boss. Granted, it'll be quite some time before you'll be able to run into him, but I'm sure if you can find him, you should be able to gain the rest of your memories back. And, you'd see him kind of just digging through, like a small box that he has, underneath his desk. And you just see him eventually pull out this North Post. And it has no name on the island. No island name on it. He would just go, we don't write the name, because the Navy, for some reason, actually managed to get a hold of one of these. The last thing we need them knowing is how to locate these things. So, this should lead you to them. It'll be some time before you can ever use that and actually make it useful. Get past Hell-Chained Islands. And somewhere past there, if you follow that compass, it should get you to him.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll come back once I regain my memories.
I'd appreciate that.
I have a dead wife!
Now get out of here. Yeah, he's just gonna shove you out.
I got
Okay.
fucking work to do, bitch. Get out.
Fun fact, that is the end of the session. Next session, you guys will make your way to Ambervein, the capital. Hope you enjoyed the lore drops, everybody, and the little gay sex. No, it wasn't gay sex. I'm like, maybe you
It's
didn't.
technically half. Oh
man.
god, now I'm
First, I warn my wife,
listen,
then I be a
listen,
whore.
Listen, if it turns out that I am the father, all I can think of is fucking Lone Wolf and Cub Usagi edition.
Oh,
Can
man.
you imagine?
Can you imagine? I want to mention, I will not confirm what has happened to you, but I will say this, that if your thing, by chance, is that their aging is going to be fucked. Because Harrington's only lived to age 20. And counting on who like, let's say, for example, right, you had a kid with a Durla. Durla's lived to 400. So that means it would probably only live to 200 if you had a kid with a Durla. But it would also mean that, like, it's gonna grow twice as fucking fast. So it would become a teenager at, like, age 8. Like, age or 6.
Good lord.
But, like,
oh, good lord.
It would still keep growing. So meaning you'd probably get, like, a weirdly tall Durla. So it would probably stop growing at, like, maybe, like, the normal, like, age growth, which is, like, 20 for Durlas. But that means that because Harrington naturally grow faster because they stop growing at a way earlier age, that dude is going to be fucking massive if that's the thing.
Oh, sweet Christ.
Same thing with lupins. That's actually a similar situation with lupins as well. They live for, like, around 200 in my years, so they live for, like, 100 aka human years, essentially.
Oh, boy.
But, like, still, that growth thing would be a problem. Not confirming it. That's just a random theoretical thing. A little fun fact for you.
Now I'm hoping that it's a disease instead.
All right. I will see all of you
I should
beautiful
probably see a
people.
medic or something.
Probably. We'll see all you beautiful people in the next session. You can find us, the Rum and Harbor campaign, up on Spotify and on YouTube at the same place, the Lost Harbor Tavern. And in case you love our D&D and you want to find some more of it, you can go check out our second channel, the Lost Shipyard, on YouTube only. But you can find that campaign on both the Spotify and up on the YouTube, where we have the Sanity campaign going on right now, D&D by Acrid, with 2 players. Issa and Reed aren't there, sadly enough. They've got things to do.
Okay.
They've got a life. I understand.
I got League of Legends.
Yeah, they got
play.
League of Legends. We can't take them from that.
Yeah.
I am literally the only college student here.
I went
For
to
long,
college. I
I'm
dropped
in
out.
Yeah, I got like
rolling.
some forking to do.
No.
I be forking it up, touching my
Hell yeah.
palettes.
Hell yeah, we hold up. All right, we're gonna end off on that note. All right, bye.
Yep.